interesting. When I set off the clip, it automatically mutes me. And learn. Well, Stream Elements is in the chat.
Yeah. Comments. Huh.
Need to find an older crowd to cater to. Testing 1 2 1 2 1 2.
I can hear you. Yeah. When
Wow, Mike seems kind of weak half the time.
well, that's really loud.
Is it?
Yeah.
Testing, 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 testing.
There you
How's
go.
that?
Lower. Yeah, that's better.
Better?
Yep.
Okay.
It's a little bit lower than what I hear me, but
yeah. How about there?
Yeah.
Okay. Got to find a decent balance between the mic and my earphones.
Well, something I thought was interesting is when you had the spaceship coming up, my mic was muted and I didn't do it.
Yeah, I noticed that too. It did that every time I set the darn thing off. Well, let's watch this. I'll go ahead and run it again since we're the only ones here.
Yeah.
Let's watch it. So we'll see what happens.
There you go.
Yeah, and it automatically unmutes too, it looks like. Okay.
I wore the shirt just for you. I don't know if you can read
Hang on, let me overthink this. Oh, yeah. Okay. Who overthinks? No, I'm not going to be mentioning Dave. I don't want to
90% of people we hang out with.
Yes. It's like
Gorilla's the only one who doesn't. I envy him.
Good old Gorilla. He's a hoot. And you've seen him on camera, haven't you?
Yes.
He looks like a gorilla.
Yeah.
Looks like a big dude.
A little tiny voice.
And turn around.
Is that a new chair?
Yes, and it's very uncomfortable. It really ticks me off.
Oh man.
And I think I need to fiddle with it a bit.
Yeah.
But yeah, the other one was kind of tired. I've had a couple of other two, and one of them is almost 15 years old now. So I went on the online site that must not be named and ordered it up. Had it delivered. I don't have many choices anymore. I'm not really comfortable with eBay because I've been burned on eBay before.
Mm-hmm.
And you have all sorts of recourse on Amazon. And
you do.
All the local stores are gone.
Yep.
So it's either like Amazon, Walmart, or Best Buy.
Yeah.
And we lost Fry's during the pandemic. And
Right.
Fry's was okay if you knew what you're looking for, but nobody at Fry's knew anything.
Right.
So
they had a
all over,
flagship store in Phoenix that
yeah,
me and my stepdad used to like to go to, and it was wonderful. It was so great. Yeah.
ours is gone now. It's actually a Costco business center.
Oh wow.
So
Yeah.
we've got along Highway 78. We have, counting that one, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Costco's.
Wow.
Between here in Escondido and Oceanside, which is only about 20 miles max.
Right. Right.
So, another thing I haven't been out for a ride in a long time too. I'm jonesing for a motorcycle ride. And I was so happy when the bike turned out to not have major problems. I was visioning that I was needing a new transmission or something. I'm sorry, gearbox.
Yeah.
I have to be European about it. The gearbox.
The Ducati clutch.
No, Moto Guzzi.
Moto Guzzi, yeah.
Moto Guzzi. I have it serviced at the local Ducati dealer because they're owned by the same overarching company that owns the Moto Guzzi dealer down by the San Diego airport. But that's like a 30-mile ride to get the bike fixed, which is a pain in the butt.
I was implying that the Ducati dry clutches are such a pain in the ass to keep tuned right.
Well, this thing I learned out that Moto Guzzi has a whole separate transmission.
Yeah.
So I'm checking the oil level on the bike and wondering why the transmission sounds funky. There's a whole separate reservoir for that. And once I found that and I went to drain it, the drain plug was finger loose.
Oh boy.
Yeah, and then they told me the clutch adjustment was completely out of whack.
Yeah.
And the fluids had all the wrong fluids in it from one end all the way back to the differential. And so what do they call the differential? I forget what they call the differential. So I had them do everything well, they just done the oil, so they didn't do that. I had them do all the rest. The thing is, what I bought it from used was they're not an Italian bike dealer, so they didn't have the right fluid, so they just used whatever they had for the Japanese bikes,
right?
Which is different, apparently.
Yeah.
But we rode down to San Diego last month to look at the new Moto Guzzi, the V100 that just released, and it finally got to the States, and it's selling so fast that they don't deal.
Really?
The price is the price.
Right. But, that's what the Corvettes are like.
Yeah, it's with tax and everything else right now. You're probably looking at if you're going to get the top, there's like 3 or 4 different models. Even the base model for this bike is nice.
Right.
If you want the really fancy one, you're looking at about 18, which falls into line with a lot of the Japanese bikes if you want the nicer ones. So
yeah.
But if you get a chance, look at one of the reviews for the V100 Mandello.
Okay, I looked at the pictures of it. It looks slick.
There's a lot of videos on YouTube, especially over in Europe, since that's where it was rolling around first. It's got airfoils that come out
active aero
at speed. Yeah, the little wings that come out to keep your front end down on the ground, I guess. Actually, what they do is they deflect the air away from your legs and knees, I think. But its niche is sort of like the sport tour market, with the emphasis on sport, but you can get it with the bags and all that other stuff.
Triumph. Yeah.
If I were younger, I would be thinking about it. But I don't think I've got that many bike years left in me to where you're going to spend 18 grand on something like that.
Yeah.
I just put a more comfy seat on the bike I have, and I'll be good for longer rides.
Right.
And it's actually, a stock seat is more comfortable than the stock seats on the equivalent Japanese bikes I had. So, but I do miss my Honda. I miss the Cruiser.
Nice, reliable, comfortable.
Yeah. Soon as they rode it away, I was just sad because it's a pig when you got to manually move it around in tight spaces. But once it's on the freeway, You know, it's this big old 1100cc cruiser, over 700 pounds or so, I think. And it's just so smooth. It's like riding your sofa down the freeway. Well, like I see in the chat that we have Stream Elements.
Yeah.
That's so sad. Oh, wait, there's a comment. There's a comment. Wait, let's see. Well, that is Stream Elements. Never mind. And nobody in the private chat. This is so depressing. I need to Google how do I find an older crowd on YouTube.
Yeah.
So what I'm thinking is there's these channels that run the really older movies and the public domain movies and really low-end horror movies. They run them on YouTube, and I'm starting to wonder if I start showing up in the comments, if that'll help. Because I'm not sure how the heck you get your audience. I sure as heck don't want to do Star Trek and Star Wars. I'm not going to do that because I'm sure everybody Googles that. But for your car crowd, you were already mixed up in a car crowd, right? So you already had a built-in base.
Mm-hmm.
I'm the only person I know, including my younger nephews, who you would expect to be more into this, that's into this stuff.
Yeah.
There's one of them I gotta talk to him because he's a gamer and he's another Star Wars nerd. He's like almost 40 and he still dresses up.
Oh boy. I never ever dressed up in any of that stuff. The cosplay. I enjoy the art of it, and some guys are really creative, but it's just not me.
Yeah. I like those movies more for the special effects. I was more interested in the techie side of things. Like I had tickets for 2001 as a high school graduation present. So I went to see 2001 and graduated in June. So I went to see it in June of '69. It was still playing at I think the Cinerama place up in Hollywood. So went up there to go see it, and it just blew me away.
Right.
And having read Clark, I understood a lot of the stuff that was going on. The regular audience didn't understand it, other than they're getting loaded to the visual effects. But every subsequent movie was, how did they do the spaceship? You know, how'd they do this? How'd they do that?
Right.
Because basically, I knew the storylines were garbage.
Yeah.
But I like the older ones because they're just, just get your popcorn and your Coke and sit back and, enjoy the jump scares and all that. And don't take it seriously. So. But it seems that we are all alone out here. So let me start cycling this thing and you can tell me how it looks. And this is basically just sharing a PowerPoint. Well, that's what that screen is.
Right.
So from 1958, there's that. And what I went through last night, so I went and enlarged all these slides because the first run, they were really hard to see. So I'm getting my PowerPoint chops back. So I was able to reset them to their original size, and I locked in the crap. Totally went blank on it. Aspect ratio.
I was about to say aspect ratio.
Yeah, locked in the aspect ratio and just expanded them as much as I could, and they came out a little better. So you can see the slides a lot better, I think. I can tell that now just looking at my other monitor for YouTube.
Right.
So here's our Star Trek connection for tonight. Screenplay by Jerome Bixby. All right. He actually did a lot more writing than the Star Trek episodes.
Wow, yeah.
He wrote the original story that was the basis for the Twilight Zone episode with Billy Mooney. banishing everybody into the cornfield.
Yeah.
He wrote that story. Co-wrote the story for Fantastic Voyage, which I'm going to do. I've got some info on that base somewhere. And then he wrote the 4 Star Trek episodes: Mirror, Mirror, Requiem for Methuselah, Day of the Dove, and By Any Other Name.
Those are highly rated.
Yeah, yeah. And he's Greatest Generation.
Mm-hmm.
And the director, Edward Kahn, I guess that's how you pronounce it, couldn't find much in the way of pictures of him, but he was noted for doing second features, basically B-movies.
Right.
The term comes from the second feature, for a double bill. And you can relate to the B side of a record album. That's where the term B-movie came from. It doesn't necessarily mean awful or cheap or funky or anything.
Right.
But he was known mostly for an editor, and he did recuts, the last recuts in All Quiet at the Western Front from 1930, which I guess is a biggie. Speaking of YouTube shorts, he worked in the shorts department from 35 to 49. His directing career picked up in the 50s. He had the pulse of what was going on, so he was up with the teenage-oriented films and the schlock science fiction. He liked zombies, so that's kind of where he got in. But apparently he did the Argang comedies from 39 to 43.
Wow.
And a bunch of other stuff, too, in addition to things like this. Okay. So this is what I had to expand. Since we can't run the thing because of we'll get struck, I just ran the quotes, and I had one of their funky photos of the crash site. So basically, this is the opening monologue for our leading character, whose ship crashed on landing. But it was off to a fine start.
1973.
Yes, 1973.
You know what the year my Mach 1 is? 1973.
So you didn't know they were on Mars then when you got that car. So he's hanging out all by himself for reasons we will get into when the rescue ship showed up. Trouble is, he's the only one left alive. Shades of Morbius. So he's the thing is they automatically determined that he must have killed everybody else. That's the funny thing about the story, is they just assume his guilt.
All right.
But well, anyway, the Science Advisory Committee Division of Interplanetary Exploration, and there's a whole big play on this, but he's doing a press conference here, and this is a big long section too, and just cut it down. And I probably could have just left everything else in, but he's being brought back for trial to face the murder of his crew, which everybody's assuming he did. And of course, they all rush out of the thing. Whoops! And PowerPoint died. How weird! Uh-oh. Hang on, we're having another debugging session.
Yeah. I have no idea why it would quit like that.
No, that was weird. It just locked up.
Yeah.
Well, that's what we're here for.
I had ice cream for dinner tonight.
Oh!
Vanilla cherry with peanut M&Ms.
Stop it.
Yeah.
You're killing me.
Pieces M&Ms.
I've got some Twizzler bites left, and that's the only sweet stuff I have left in the house.
I probably need a insulin shot now.
When I was setting this up, there was a test video from February. I've gained so much weight just since February. It's terrible.
Oh.
So it's like in a few weeks I'm getting Well, my back is messed up from arthritis. So I've got like spinal stenosis and all that. So there's a lot of impingement in different branches of the sciatic nerve.
Right.
So I get what they call radio frequency ablation, where they go in because you got all the different branches of the sciatic nerve come out of in different spots along. They call facet joints down the side of your spine.
Right.
So depending on what's getting pinched depends on what your symptoms are. So if your arm goes numb, it's a certain location, either lumbar or thoracic or whatever.
Yeah.
So the process when they're starting out is they'll inject you with cortisone. If the symptoms go away, then they know to go back, and that's where they're going to do the final thing. And they go in with electrodes, stick them in your back, and they fry the nerve endings. And on me, it's good for about a year and a half. So when it seems like my hip is going bad, it's actually a pinched nerve, which makes it hard to get on my treadmill, which I haven't been on, which is why I gained weight.
Right.
And so they're going to do that in a couple of weeks.
Yeah.
It's nowhere near as horrendous as a spinal tap. I mean, it's not comfy, but it's not like a spinal tap. It doesn't hurt like that.
Right.
So by getting those, and it keeps me mobile.
Right.
So, and it keeps me on the bike. So I'm fine with getting stuck every now and then. Let's see if this thing locks up again. Okay, and here we go. Aha!
Is that what locked up?
Yeah, that's where it locked up before.
Yeah.
Okay, so what? You recognize that scene, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. I just put that in
running out of the community
and made it black and white. Like I said, I'm having more fun playing with the video aspect than the other stuff.
That's funny.
Let's see. Okay, so the rescue ship is ready to return to Earth. I am to spend the next 4 months, only 4 months to get back from Mars. With strangers, a crew of men and women who have but one single purpose: to see that I face a military firing squad. So everybody's just assuming this guy's guilt. Poor man. And that's our fearless leader of the rescue party, Colonel Van Heusen. Right now, he's yelling at somebody because they left an airlock open. And there's Lieutenant Calder, a.k.a. Jimmy, who said, "Oh, it's my fault. I was dumping crates overboard on Mars and left the airlock open." So apparently without any detrimental effects to the ship. So he closes the airlock. Actually, the sets are pretty good on this thing. This is another good quality. This is kind of like in the same league as GOG.
Yeah.
Or not quite Forbidden Planet level of technology. They didn't have that kind of budget, but it's just, what they put into it. And of course, now there's a shadow creeping around in one of the compartments. A big ugly foot.
Three-toed foot.
All right, so now roll call. So there's Colonel Van Heusen and Eric Royce, I believe he's the shrink.
Yeah.
So he must be the Deanna Troi of the voyage, though he's not as obnoxious. And Mary Royce, who's the MD. I've got a picture of this lady, Anne Duran, from earlier in her life. She was pretty sharp. And there's our leading lady, Ann Anderson, and Major John Purdue, Bob Vanelli, one of the scientists. And there's Jim, he's checking in. And there they go. And you've seen that ship in a lot of different, model in a lot of different movies.
They had a hard time getting the engineers to break that paradigm for the moon. They were talking about landing vertically like that, and all the issues and problems and the amount of fuel that would be needed, even in 1/6 gravity with no atmosphere. It was too much. And then they had like, well, how do we get out? And everybody scratched their head. I don't know. How about a rope? I actually thought that.
Oh. But a mass driver, shoot him, get down there, build a ramp.
Yeah.
Build a big Gauss gun. Somebody's building those. They're building. They have zero power, but Forgotten Weapons. Ian McCullum on Forgotten Weapons has done a couple of episodes on these Gauss guns that people are building. It's pretty interesting.
Yeah.
They're only launching stuff at about 300 feet per second, but people are working on them. There's our Colonel Carruthers, Marshall Thompson. Actually, he'd been around for a while, but this is kind of like his first exposure to the nerd audience.
Hollywood casts a certain look, and they got it down pretty good during this era.
Yeah, he always played the handsome young boy next door type.
Right.
I just heard something in my earphones. Oh, that was
I heard it too.
Okay. Pops on the phone, but he says he'll stop in.
Huh.
Okay, that'd be nice. So he is my kludged microphone thing is kind of messed up. Direct descendant of Supreme Court Chief Justice John Marshall.
No kidding.
Yeah. He's a veteran of over 60 films. And his big thing to the general audience was as a star of Doc Terry. If you're old enough to remember that, with Clarence the Cross-Eyed Lion.
Yeah.
Oh, my Africa.
Gosh. Yeah.
From 66 to 69, I remember that. And the TV show was inspired by the movie Clarence the Cross-Eyed Lion from 64, which he starred in and co-wrote. And he's known as one of the mellowest actors in Hollywood. Everybody liked working with this guy. No complaints at all. He was just a low-key, very mellow person. And he got involved with African wildlife and ran a series, a documentary series of animals in Africa, sort of like a Wild Kingdom sort of thing for a while. And he and his wife were involved in, animal protection and all that there. He really got heavily involved in that.
That's cool.
Yeah. Everything I read about the guy says he kind of was what he looks like.
Right.
I used to mix him up with Arthur Franz all the time, who was basically had the same kind of career and was in the same kind of war movies and all that sort of thing.
Right.
And science fiction movies. And eventually they ended up in working together in a TV show called World of Giants, which I remember. AKA WOG, believe it or not, they actually did promote it that way, saying that the TV ads would say WOG. What are you talking about? But he was a 6-inch tall secret agent after exposure to some foreign chemicals, and Arthur Franz was his partner, who transported him around in a briefcase. I'm gonna have to find some video of that show. I hope I can find it on DVD.
Dude, since you said that, I barely remember it, but I do remember it.
Yeah, this predated Land of Giants, the Irwin Allen TV show. This predated that.
I had to see it on reruns. I'd have been pretty young.
Oh yeah. And there's but they had some pretty good props for that TV show.
I do remember that. Wow, that's cool. That was really neat.
Oh, okay. So I have Skiffy's there.
Hey.
Hooray!
How's it going?
Hey, this is real. HURK is here. This means it actually exists.
We do exist.
Yeah, it exists. We now have 3 people, and maybe Pop in a little bit. Oh,
I am going to share this out on my Twitter, twat, and in my Discord. So hopefully I can get you some more listeners.
Yeah. Oh, we were talking about that. It's like the crowd that we all generally hang out with, the bulk of them are younger than us by quite a bit. And so their interest is Star Trek, Star Wars, and not, not just boomer stuff.
Well, I got to admit, some of this is even before my
for
time.
you, yeah, you're not even 50 yet. So
no, I'm about 3.5 years shy of that. So.
Yeah, I'm still the oldest one here.
I turned 60 on the 11th.
Well, 2.5 years, 47.5. That'd be 2.5 years. How old are you, Herc?
I turned 60 on the 11th of September.
Oh, wow.
So I've got 11 years plus on HURK even.
Yeah.
Or our time at Edwards was during different periods.
Very different, yeah.
When I left, the week I left, Yeager was being sworn in as commander of the Flight Test Center.
Oh, wow.
That was the week I left.
Wow.
And I guess he was, I don't know if he was coming over from George, because he was in charge over at George for a while. So he just moved from one part of the desert to the other.
Yeah.
I just considered myself lucky I wasn't assigned to Boron.
Right. You think you know desert till you go up there and you're like, oh my goodness.
Oh, thing is, I like the desert.
Yeah.
My cousin, well, he ended up living at Tehachapi for most of his time there at NASA, but he did live outside of, he lived in Quartz Hill. No, he lived in Leona Valley, which is in the mountains west of Palmdale. And he kept his airplane at the Quartz Hill Airport, which was about a square acre.
Right.
And the landing strip was kind of like bulldozed up and over the bumps and everything diagonally across the square. And on a hot day, of which they have many out there, you were lucky to clear the houses on the other side of the road when you took off.
That's funny.
And then when he moved up to the Tehachapi, he just kept it planed up there.
Willow Springs had the airport just a little bit west of it, and it had a restaurant, a Mexican food restaurant attached to it. So Leanne and I would go eat tacos and watch the airplanes take off and land. It was kind of cool.
Yeah, there was a really good place back in the day in Palmdale. And I think I'd mentioned a diner called Crazy Otto's to you. It probably wasn't there by the time you got there, but it was on the strip between the tracks and the old Sierra Highway.
Oh yeah, sure.
So as they expanded linearly, and it was just an old-fashioned, short order cook type of diner. But they had this like wheel up on the wall, so if they would spin it, and if your seat number came up when a train was going by, your meal was free. But you could have breakfast there Saturday morning, and you weren't hungry till Sunday evening. And it was just massive portions of biscuits and gravy and all that kind of good stuff.
Did you ever go to the Wing and a Prayer? It had the airplane sticking out the side of it. It was based off of Pancho's.
Oh, was it?
Happy Bottom Riding Club. Yeah. Yeah, it had all kind of memorabilia in there from all the test planes and stuff. It was pretty cool.
And my cousin was, well, this is his nature. He was into all the history around there. Up around Lancaster and Palmdale, back in the day, they actually had a water skiing resort up there.
Wow.
Because all that, like within the past, well, I was there in the 70s, and he was there, I think he was still at Edwards all the way into he was there, he had a good deal. He was active duty Army Reserve, assigned on an Air Force base, working with NASA. So he was a butter bars and a First Louis. He had base housing with captains and majors, so he had a nice house.
Right.
And he never wore his uniform, and he dealt with the Army through the mail. Such a deal.
Oh, Suzanne.
Oh, Suzanne! Hello, Suzanne! Hooray!
Hello, Suzanne.
We got off topic. Sorry.
How are you?
Yeah. Hey, since we have a small audience, I could back this up if anybody wants.
Yeah. I'll watch it again. We weren't that far into it.
No, we were just BSing because we were all alone.
Sci-fi, we were finding problems, little hiccups and things, and trying to straighten them out and talking about certain graphics or whatever.
Oh, yeah. If you need any help, let me know.
Sure.
I spent some debugging time last night. You know, the presentation is a PowerPoint, but it's too large to upload to StreamYard. And I tried to pare it down. It's already pared down from what it was originally. And I got it, when I finally got it down very small, it just really didn't do much of anything. We still, like I said, we still have the vamp with what it has. But I figured out the StreamYard countdown timer. I figured out how to load up a little branding video ahead of time, and I got that working.
Oh, the branding at the bottom of your live streams and your videos, yeah.
Yep. Well, yeah, the little bit of video that goes ahead of your, for your channel.
Oh, you mean an intro?
One. Yeah, okay. The intro. Yeah, I'll go ahead and run that too.
Branding is like when you see my live streams, it's got the little picture, like my avatar, a little picture of that down in the lower right corner.
Yeah,
that's in the studio. That's under branding. When
do you have the pay version
of StreamYard?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Well, I'm still running on the cheap version.
Well, no, you don't need the paid version. This is through YouTube Studio. You can put that little icon.
Oh yeah.
Down in the lower right corner.
Oh yeah, well I am in the lower. You can just see the ghost, the phantom down in the lower right.
Yeah, that's branding. Yep.
Okay. All right. So, well, thank you for showing up, Suzanne. It's nice to have some company. Okay, let me go ahead and run this thing. So I'll show this off. Getting started is a pain in the butt. Here we go. And we also discovered that the process automatically mutes you. We're talking and couldn't hear each other. And then it releases your mic.
I was on the YouTube page and I'm trying to figure out where the sound's coming from, and I go back to Streamer and I'm like, oh, okay. I was looking at the YouTube page with the picture that's on there for the movie, and my grandparents had a phone just like that when I was little. The old rotary dial.
Yeah, it took you 45 minutes if you misdialed at the last number. You had to start all over again.
Start over.
And God help you if you had more than 2 zeros in the number.
So that's my intro video.
That's cool. Where did you make that?
Pixabay.
Pixabay. I was going to say that or Kerbal Space Program, one of the two.
Yeah, I've got what's it called? Space
Engineers.
Space Engine. I'm going to have to get Kerbal. I'm going to make a note. I got so many things on this machine. I'm going to have to upgrade it again.
So you got Space Engineers, and then Kerbal Space Program. I know. Are you playing on PC or a console like Xbox or whatever?
Oh no, this is a PC. I've got
Okay. I was just gonna say they do have Kerbal Space Program on the Xbox One at least. I'm not sure about the new generation, but
this is my brother had built a gaming machine. The story is he was given a server cabinet, or actually a friend of his was getting rid of a server cabinet, and my brother, also being a tinkering person, said, well, I'll take it. And then he built a gamer out of it, and then he just got out of it, and he just uses his laptop now. And so he sent it down to me, and I just started upgrading it, and I moved everything over to this. I put a better video card in it, and put an SSD in it, and a larger regular drive in it, and fixed the memory. There was a memory. Well, found out the memory problem. I had that Corsair memory. But turns out on one of the modules, the darn heatsink had broken.
Whoa.
So it wasn't dissipating.
Yeah,
and
that's
then it would just
trap
out.
Yep, it trapped the heat right there next to the chips, and yep.
You're welcome, Suzanne, for being a wrench. Let's see. If I can. I have to figure out how to. I got too many windows open right now, but
okay. If you want to highlight, if you want to highlight her comments, go to the StreamYard page and just you'll be able to do it right from StreamYard in the chat.
Okay.
Just click.
And the little star, or
nope, just highlight it. You should just be able to. Yep.
There we go. All right. All right. So I got to remember how. Now I got to go into my YouTube studio to make you a wrench, right?
No, you can do it. Do you have the YouTube stream page open?
Yes.
Okay, go to that, and then the three dots to the right-hand side of my name. Click that, and it should have make moderator, make super moderator, hide, which don't hide me, please. Super moderator has administrative privileges, so just make me a normal moderator.
Okay, you should just be a. Okay, you should come up as a mod now.
All right. We'll give that. Yes. Okay. Yep. Ready? Yes, I am.
Okay. Oh.
Blue. Ba-da-dee-da-da-da.
Hey.
And you get a wrench, and you get a wrench.
Well, I think first time we got wrenches on Cap's channel, we were wondering if we all timed it right. It counted 1, 2, 3. If we could mute all each other at the same time. Oh.
Hello, Suzanne. It was very great to see you in the chat.
I was going to say, it's good to talk to you, HURK. I've seen you in the chat so many times. First time I've actually got to chat with you.
Yeah. My voice is a lot higher than you would think.
Well, I don't judge people on how their voices sound, but you know,
whenever
I'm older than people think.
When I'm doing a telephone call with a business person, I'm using my nice voice, and they'll say "ma'am." I'll say, "Okay, well, look, I'll use my man voice. Hello, how are you?"
Oh yeah, you gotta put some bass in that. I can see how, just the way you're talking now, somebody could mistake you for being in your 20s or 30s just from not seeing you. So.
Yeah.
No, I mean, I do sound like an old man, almost about 50s. So.
My wife says I'm about 14.
I got my camera down low because up high it's finally starting to go away.
You might have to put some baby powder up there if you put your camera back up.
Yeah,
that shine coming off of it.
It's not that bad yet. I didn't take after it. On my mother's side of the family, everybody lost their hair. All the guys lost their hair by their early 20s. All they
My
had was a
brother's
fringe.
bald, and I never let him forget it.
Okay, Boomer, if you want to take that chat off, just click on that comment again, and then you can go to the next one, and so on and so on.
Your 14-year-old has a deep, booming voice.
Oh, yeah. So you said he wasn't feeling good, Suzanne. I hope he's feeling better, and I hope he is enjoying his job. I think you said he was last time we talked about it.
My first job was 14 or 15, and it was Conoco gas station, pumping gas.
Mine was working at the senior citizen high rise my mom managed.
Oh.
And I got to put in all the flowers around the grounds, and yeah, they all loved me, but they hated the maintenance, the actual like grounds guy.
Oh yeah.
Mine was similar. There was a house for sale up the road from ours, and the real estate guy got me into just mowing the lawns on places that were unoccupied but up for sale.
All right.
And then I went to work at the gas. I did my gas station gigs.
I never did the gas station gig. I did a lot of Mickey D's and Burger King and stuff like that.
I was making a whopping $1.50 an hour.
Oh yeah.
In summer of '69, and then I went across the street making $1.75. So
those were the days.
Yeah, I did my fast food time at a fish and chips.
Yeah.
Cats would follow me home. My mother made me take off my clothes in the garage so I wouldn't stink up the house. That was awesome.
Hey, that's the actual reason for a mudroom in some houses is for stuff like that.
Yeah.
They call it a mudroom, but it's just to get you out of like the elements so you can get your work clothes off or whatever, and throw a robe on or whatever and get in the shower.
Right.
or for like dirty boots, muddy boots, like Suzanne lives in Canada,
right?
But so she would know all about a mudroom.
Yep.
We don't have them out here.
$16 an hour, boy. That's good money.
That is.
Yeah.
Even for a loony, that's still good pay. Loony as in the Canadian dollar, folks. Don't take that the wrong way. He makes 8 toonies an hour. There you go.
See, we got
he's doing good. I'm glad to hear that.
Got dollars in Canada. We got dollars here. Got dollars in New Zealand. Dollars in Australia.
You got the pound in the UK.
There's dollars in weird places.
Yeah,
you wouldn't expect.
Yeah, there's a couple other places that run dollars.
You got sand dollars in the Gulf of Mexico. Oh, wrong kind of dollar.
A dollar store, Dollar Tree.
Hey, Dollar Tree is a $1.25 tree now.
Oh.
That's false advertising. They should change your name to keep up with the times.
Like Motel 6 hasn't been $6 a night for a long time.
What's the one they'll keep the light on for you?
That's Motel 6.
Is that Motel 6?
Yeah. We'll keep the light on for you.
Well, that's why they had to raise their rates. The price of electricity is through the roof.
Tell you what, they've upgraded a lot of their facilities too. They're actually pretty decent. They're not fancy, but they're nice and clean. The ones I've been in, I stay in them whenever I get a chance.
Here's who uses the dollar. Of course, United States, Puerto Rico, Ecuador, Salvador, Zimbabwe, Guam, Virgin Islands, British Virgin Islands. That's odd.
Well, the Virgin Islands, if my history serves me right, Boomer, HURK, even correct me if I'm wrong, but aren't they still considered like a protectorate of the U.S.? I know Puerto Rico is not like a colony, but they're under our sphere of influence.
Doggone it. One of them is American. I know there's Dutch sprinkled through there. Why can't I remember the name of it? Oh, goodness gracious.
Well, there's American Samoa, isn't there? Or
Yeah, that's a U.S.
Yeah, I didn't get
territory.
there. Bonaire, Timor, Mariana Islands,
Yeah, we've had
Federation States of
Marianas
Micronesia.
Islands. Yeah, we had the Marianas Islands since World War II.
Yep, Marshall Islands, Panama, Turks, Caicos.
See, I recognize the ones from the famous World War II naval battles, the Marianas Islands, the Marshall Islands.
Yeah.
That whole island hopping campaign we had on the way to Japan. So.
I found a interesting book on Kindle about
St. Croix. Yeah.
Well, it's called One Damned Island After Another.
Oh, Guadalcanal. You said that, didn't you, Herc?
No, I was thinking of St. Croix in the Virgin Islands. It's the American one. So I operated with, and this is a weird story I'll tell really quick. I was attached to the Navy SEAL team to fly them wherever they wanted to go for 4 months. And we operated out of St. Croix, which is really, really fun. But we had to clear customs every single day. So we'd clear customs, close our hotel room out, all that, get on the airplane, go wherever they wanted to go, come back at night and do that for 4 months. And we got to know all the people so well that they had our keys on the desk. We just walked in and grabbed our keys and went to our rooms. It was all automated by then, and we just had to go through the motion every time we left the country and came back.
They just had to get used to you guys being rotated in, and
they were very nice. So we got to know them all. Got high five them on the way through and stuff. Just really funny because we had guns on us and all kind of stuff.
I'm guessing the customs thing had to do with in case anything went sideways with the mission.
It was more we could leave and not come back.
Right. That's kind of what I was getting.
Yeah.
At, yeah.
The guy I worked with was attached to the SEALs as an intelligence guy.
Yeah.
Yeah. He actually carried around in public too.
Oh yeah.
Which he said he missed.
We did. we carried concealed a lot. It's called STS.
Miscarrying a gun.
It's called STS, SEAL Team Support, and a lot of guys that claim to be SEALs, a lot of times they're right there next to the SEALs, and they're in danger and they do a lot of stuff, but they're not SEALs.
Yeah, they didn't. They didn't pass the SEAL team training, which is BUDS training. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
Usually, the guy who talks about being a SEAL was never a SEAL.
Yeah.
They don't talk about that. Being here in San Diego and having the guys used to come up to the matches we were running, they don't talk about that. Talk about gun stuff when they're around gun people, but they didn't talk about what they did.
Well, you can only imagine what they've seen and what they've been through. Why would they want to brag about it, right?
Right.
I mean, yeah.
I went to Navy North Island all the time for those guys. So we'd drop them in the bay all the time. Yeah. Yep. I knew the hotels there pretty well.
Yeah, when we started, when we got away from, we still did the regular old crazy IPSC stuff. But when limited class IPSC started up, and it was back to more what IPSC was in the beginning when Cooper started the whole thing. They liked shooting back because it was more tactical, so they would come up and shoot that.
They shoot that, yeah. It's cool.
Because IPSC's a game.
Yeah.
A lot of top IPSC shooters can't get through their head. If somebody's not shooting back at you, it's a game.
Yeah, right.
Okay, Susan's back. Suzanne, sorry. Oh. Okay. I don't even know what the time difference is. Is Cap even awake?
14 hours. Let's see. It's 11 now, so 11 a.m. 12 1 2. Oh yeah, it's like early to mid afternoon for Cap.
Yeah, I don't have his.
Oh, I can DM him the StreamYard link if you want me to.
Yeah, why don't you do that? We'll get him on here if he wants to come on. This is kind of out of his interest area, I think. But
yeah, he was sad that he missed my little 10-minute test stream because I still sent him the link.
I saw you do that today. Yeah.
Let's see. Yep. Okay. So I'm gonna put
Yeah.
link
Don't invite him. He can get upset.
to boomers.
Just tell him if
He
he
doesn't
wants.
get
If he
upset.
wants to exist, I'll be here. If not,
Yeah, that's right. We're real. HURK is here. Tell him we're real.
I am.
Buck
I'm
was
putting
going
that
to
in the
pop in when he
message.
got off the phone.
I'm putting that in the message. HURK's here. We're real.
yeah, it's 3 p.m. to him. To Cap.
This time zone stuff makes it really hard, especially
Yeah.
when, you've got people you want to stay on with around the world, and it's
Yeah.
hard to do. It's like, you wouldn't happen to have Franco's, would you? What's it in England now? What's
Franco. I do not have Franco on StreamYard or Discord. Franco.
Well,
I don't
my
have
chopped
yours
liver.
either, Suzanne.
I hate chopped liver.
Suzanne. Oh, I don't even have you, Suzanne.
I caught the beginning of the stream of that was 4 hours ago.
Yeah, it was. Yeah. Well, no, it was longer than 4 hours.
Yeah, it was, wasn't it? Because
It was like 2 p.m. my time, like Eastern time. Not even. It was before that. It was like 1 p.m. my time, so it would have been like 10 hours ago.
Yeah.
It's hard to keep up with him because he pops on, pops off. Pops
Oh, you mean captains? I was talking about mine.
Yeah, it's 4 o'clock when
Oh, look at that! Boy, that was quick.
That's what she said.
How you doing, Cap?
It's like prom all over again.
Isn't it, though? I am operating within established parameters. Thank you.
Well, the only reason Cap is here is because I said HURK's on and we're real. We exist.
That's right.
Yeah, if HURK's not here, then the show ain't exactly. It's just a figment of your imagination.
It's a good time to get a second cup of coffee and exist.
And guess what? You don't even need psychedelics to dream it up.
Hey, how you doing?
We made Suzanne a wrench.
Suzanne! Oh,
I need to get you know what? I'm gonna type my Twitter handle in the chat so Suzanne can find me on the Twitter twatter.
And then you can send hers to me when you get a chance then.
So it's been a good day for YouTube comedy. I never slagged off your artwork.
Is it worth 30 cents?
Anymore in public for 30 cents. I never had
you're selling artwork
in public anymore.
I know that clenched it right there.
I don't know if he realized how funny. See, some people who just got comedy timing, they've got the pizzazz.
I was up all night and we did that stream right before I had to put the kid on the bus, and because we were DMing and I laughed so fucking hard.
It's so hilarious. That's it. This is how you do comedy, folks. I'm going to try that when I speak to my ex-wife. Yeah, I'm not having a romantic relationship with that hot brunette anymore.
Well, I haven't banged her today.
Oh shit. Yeah, it'd be like PvP going, I don't drink eggnog now, right this minute.
Right now.
Today,
yeah.
Come on, PvP. That was a nice one.
Sometimes
did you brush your teeth?
When you guys are laughing like PvP, I can't tell the difference between you and PvP laughing.
Jill! French toast, please. Right, your show, motherfucker. What's next?
There you go.
Oh, another slide. Okay. This is the part that's we're still debugging, as if you can't tell.
Oh, Suzanne, that's my Twitter handle if you want to add me on there. Feel free to do so.
1-800, how you doing?
How you doing?
It's just us up here, but Suzanne, if you want to put your Give, Send, Go link in there, feel free.
Yeah. certainly.
Oh, absolutely. I need that link so I can share it on my Twitter and my Discord, and I want to put it in a community post at least on my YouTube channel.
Good man.
So
Oh,
here's
absolutely.
something.
I believe in helping people that actually need the help.
Yes, Roger that. Definitely.
I've just been telling people that you're just a loudmouth dink.
Well, that's what you get for thinking.
Thinking.
Dinking. Just quit dinking around.
Here's
Yeah, stop
something
having fun,
I
you
didn't-
guys. This is YouTube. Come on, let's get serious.
Oh, did you?
Here's something
You
I
should
never
have.
noticed.
Go ahead, Boomer. It's your channel.
Oh, yes, it is, isn't it? Nobody's starring in this movie. I just noticed that. Of all the years that I've watched this movie over and over again, I really never noticed in the credits that nobody's actually starring in it. It's just co-starring.
Huh.
So I'm guessing they all got paid the same.
Maybe.
Yeah, it's kind of weird.
Well, yeah, co-starring. Yeah.
Yeah.
Suzanne, yeah, if you want to DM it to me, or if Captain has it, he can DM it to me, or however.
Hmm?
Oh, the link for Suzanne's
Go pay me, go fund
go-
me, go
Go
link
Pay
me,
Me. Yeah,
go pay me, go if you
Yeah.
pay me.
the Go Pay Me link.
You heard. Don't use it's Give, Send, Go. You don't want to use GoFundMe because they suck.
Yeah, give
Send, go. I still
Give,
want to call
send,
it
go.
If You Pay Me. There should be one called If You Pay Me.
there should just for you, Cap.
Let's set it. Let's do one. That's it. That'd be good. Yeah. What about the VIG? Would you like to pay VIG now?
Yeah, don't make sure you pay the VIG, not the Vic.
Yeah. You go. Oh snap!
I just want to say that this channel will not be doing Superhost.
Oh, don't worry, I haven't either. So, if anything, I would make Captain administrator on my channel.
Oh, don't you dare! Don't you give me that?
No, I meant
responsibility.
Superhost for the host space and chat.
No.
That's a threat.
No, that ain't happening. Not here. No, sir. No way. No how. No thanks.
All right.
Like people said, are you threatening me?
Here's our only toe dipping into Star Trek lore.
Jerome Bixby.
Screenplay by Jerome Bixby.
Bixby.
As in Bill Bixby. Are you related to the Hulk?
Well, you know what? We actually have Bixby, or no, that's Big B coffee. Never mind.
Bixby.
Big B coffee. Yeah.
I'm drinking a Big B coffee right now. Big old Big B coffee.
Oh, Suzanne puts in the link. Thank you so much, Suzanne. I'm going to copy that to a notepad right now.
That's what you get for Lincoln.
Hey, at least she wasn't dinking. At least she wasn't dinking.
So, in addition to the 4 Star Trek episodes that Jerome wrote, the Mirror, Mirror, Requiem for Methuselah, Day of the Dove, and by any other name, he actually wrote the story, It's a Good Life, that the Twilight Zone episode with Billy Mooney banishing people to the cornfield starred in.
Oh,
is that iconic Twilight Zone episode? Well, he wrote the book that the episode was based on. And he co-wrote the story for the movie Fantastic Voyage, which I plan to do sometime in the future.
Oh, cool. Daniel said in the Discord, he just subbed to you, Boomer. Daniel's Hot Topic subbed to you.
Oh, cool.
Very good.
Thank you. Thank you.
And Daniel, yeah, even according to the captain, Daniel, 9 times out of 10 has something relevant to say about the topics of pop culture that we're discussing.
Cool.
Relevant here on YouTube.
I know. Who'd have thunk?
We're doing, remember, we're doing that watch party for the Maltese Falcon Saturday night.
I worked till 10 Saturday night.
But we're doing it, well, I think 11 your time.
Well, okay. Yeah, because I work until 7 your time. So
Yeah. So we're doing it, HURK, we're doing it, 8 Pacific, I think.
Yeah.
That'd be 11 my time. I mean Scotford time. Fuck that guy.
10 o'clock Central.
That guy's banned from my channel. Fuck.
Yeah. No, we're not going to do that here. Don't do
No,
it.
no, it's all about the positivity.
I'm struggling enough with this channel as it is.
Oh, he's been subbed to me, Suzanne. He subbed to Phantom Boomer.
Okay.
But
So,
thank you, though. Yeah, that's awesome, Daniel, if you're listening.
our director was known for doing B movies. B movies.
Wait, that one with Seinfeld in it?
Ah.
Ho, 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 ho.
Anyway, he started out as an editor, and he picked up in the 50s doing all the teenage rebellion things and zombie movies and schlock science fiction, of which this movie really isn't. It's a little bit better than that. And he directed the Our Gang comedies in 1939 to 43.
Oh, our gang. Yeah, I remember our gang. Yeah.
Yeah. The Bowery Boys. No, Our Gang. I keep mixing them up. The Bowery Boys are different. Never mind. Our Gang was Spanky and Alfalfa and Darla.
Alfalfa,
and,
yes.
And Buckwheat. And,
Jeez, yeah, boomer.
okay. So missing an image, and since we can't really run audio from a movie, this is the introductory voiceover from our leading man, who led the first expedition to Mars and managed to crash on landing.
Robinson Crusoe?
Yeah, well, kind of sort of ended up in that situation. But he was in the far future. This was in the far future of 1973.
Oh, boy.
Hey, out there. You know, Elon will get us there by 1973.
That's before I was born. That's not the future.
See, you haven't been born yet.
Yeah, I wasn't even a twinkle in my daddy's ball sack at that time. So.
Oh, jeez. So, anyway, he's basically sitting there all alone for 6 months for them to show up. Oops. And he's already in deep duty because he's planning on going back to Earth. And
you got to click off Suzanne's comment, though, if you want it to show up good on the screen. There we
go. Okay. Cool. Here we have the Science Advisory Committee Division of Interplanetary Exploration. You didn't know that existed, did you?
Nope.
So now we're providing a press conference. Colonel Carruthers is brought back the face trial for the murder of his crew. Talk about being prejudged.
Hey, do you think Commodore Decker would have had to do the same thing if he didn't blow himself up inside the Doomsday Machine?
This mentality is pretty much the same, isn't it?
Yeah,
they would have screwed him over. And of course, they rush out. And they're like, oh, boom. All right. So the rescue ship is ready to return to Earth. Needs to spend the next 4 months, only 4 months to get back from Mars. A crew of men and women who have but one single purpose: to see that I face a military firing squad, because they prejudged him. That never happens in real life. Okay.
No, not at all. No.
All right. So here's the commander of the rescue mission, Colonel Van Heusen, taking time off from his shirt business and hollering that someone's left an airlock open. And Jimmy managed to do that. He was dumping crates off the side of the spaceship and left the airlock open on Mars. So, but that's okay.
So what do you call that? The Great Powdered Egg Party? I can't know.
Oh, this is a well-equipped spaceship. What do you see? This is a well-equipped spaceship. And of course,
it's got bells and whistles.
Yeah, it does. It bells and whistles, all sorts of interesting things that you want to keep on your spaceship. We'll get to that.
Bells and whistles. Wow, they really splurged.
But you see this mysterious shadow lurking amongst all the loose barrels on the spaceship that are not going to go rattling all over the place, of course.
Isn't that your other screen name, HURK?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
I popped in there and I was like, hey, wait a second. That's my other name. Oh, well.
What's your other name? Oh, Mock. Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I think I accidentally associated this account to that. Like, oh,
Oops.
well.
Uh-oh.
Well, I've got my other ID too, which is my first one. And
I've got my private account that always lurks on Captain's channel. It's funny every time he talks about lurkers. I'm usually the one
you.
lurking.
I knew it. You were right, Suzanne. That IP hack worked. We had it locked down to Michigania. You fucking fuck.
oh, did you guys do all that trouble? Jeez.
That's funny.
You're the one. It's you.
Yeah, I told you that, Cap, that I usually lurk on my private
I
account
never
when I'm in
listen
the
to what you
bedroom.
say.
Well,
As soon
I
as you
know.
talk, I just start tuning it at what?
Exactly.
Just like an annoying buzzing.
I would. At
Yeah,
this
that's what
point in my YouTube career, I'm very happy to have lurkers.
I think I'm being an interdimensional being right now. I'm in two places at once.
I just want to know can you induce reality when you're on as Mach 1 or Mach?
He's made two react. Now there's two timelines. Oh, HURK, what have you done?
Parallel universes.
Fuck.
Well,
Not
you know,
satisfied with being the churner of the cosmic milk. He's got to exist simultaneously in two fucking timelines.
It's gonna
Wait,
take.
you know, Cap. I heard.
Take Captain Infinity weeks to straighten this one out.
You know, Cap. I
I
heard.
know, right? I haven't got enough. There's not enough charcoal and crayons here. But I've got no. Tony's chewed all the crayons. Oi, Tony Stark, I'll have the crayons back. Thank you.
I heard psychedelics can help with that.
Yeah, well, that's your answer to everything. You sound like Cardinal Sin.
Well, hey, I just repeating what I heard like a parrot or a cardinal.
Actually, I got to say, credit where it's due. Cardinal Sin actually came out with a funny. He goes, I took a fuckload of psychedelics to experience ego death, but my ego was like, no, I'm too big for this shit. That's pretty good. I'll give you that one, Cardinal Sin.
Yeah, one funny out of
10 million.
Suzanne, you're being badass right now. You're posting links. And...
She is. I told you.
Oh, look at that.
She is an awesome modder. Yes.
He's holding down that busy chat.
Are you being sarcastic?
No, not me. That's your job.
And as for you, who's doing the Picard face palm over there? He's just picking your nose. That's it.
Oh my!
God, they're all on camera. What are they doing?
I know.
Oh, you don't put me on camera.
I told
anything.
Boomer if he's going to lean any closer to the camera, he's got to put some baby powder on that. I mean, get the shine from the lights.
All right. These are my various force multipliers. Collection of antique cookeries. Cookeries, not cookery.
Oh, it looks like a wannabe Gornfoot from the original series.
Oh, it does, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. See, Star Trek didn't invent all this stuff.
They did teleporters either. Oh no, we did the fly, didn't we? They didn't invent teleporters either. Oh, Brundle fly.
Brundle.
No, all they did was add the Heisenberg compensator for that one factor that nobody can ever figure out.
They ain't compensating for shit.
No, just Heisenberg's uncertainty theory.
Yeah, that whole thing is like, why don't you compensate for the fact that you go 9 times past light speed, which is impossible?
Well, technically, the ship stays under the speed of light.
Oh, here we
because they're protected.
Right, they're just moving the entire galaxy. Yeah, okay, sure. Okay,
well, Scotty said it never occurred to him to think that space is a thing that was moving. So,
but if you're moving all the space with you, then no one's moving. So you can end up back where you start. Look, we can do this later. Warp drive is silly. You might as well say there's a giant hamster at the back of the Enterprise.
Like you said, Captain. It's Star Trek physics, not real physics.
Exactly. Star Trek is not a documentary, people. Let's all relax.
This is not a Star Trek channel.
Oh, sorry.
Sorry.
Sorry. I just everywhere says, oh, because your pop culture ain't here. Stay on target. Stay on target.
Stay on target. Well, Pop should be here in a bit. He said he would show up.
He's going to kick your ass.
So now we're doing a roll call prior to takeoff. We got our fearless leader, Colonel Van Heusen, and our doctor, Eric Royce. No, I'm sorry, our shrink. So I guess he's the, what do they call Deanna Troy, other than nasty old
Shrink.
Yeah, counselor.
Great Rack.
Counselor, yeah. So he's a shrink. His
Texas
wife
Weather
is the
Station.
doctor. His wife is the MD.
I called
she's
her.
better.
She's the
I
eye
called her-
candy.
Yeah, she's with me.
Yeah, actually, she's the she's the team geologist.
Oh, I bet she is. I've got a couple of rocks
that's-
for you right here.
The
She likes
military arm.
Hey,
Another scientist.
hey,
Little
honey,
Bob.
are these igneous or crustacean? Come over here and
Oh.
I'll show you.
I don't know,
Oh.
but they're big and hard.
Hey, ew.
Nice
More of the
geos.
military. And there they go. In a ship that's been used in a bazillion different movies over the years.
Yes, it kind of looks like Rocket Ship XM.
Kind of looks like that too.
Werner von Braun's been at it again.
Yeah, look at that. All they did was took the black stripes off it.
And here's our leading man, Colonel Carruthers, who everybody is prejudging, poor fellow. Okay, Marshall Thompson, direct descendant of Supreme Court Chief Justice John Marshall. So he's been in his family's been in the States a while.
Oh, so he came up in money.
So he did over 60 films, but
did he know he was going to die in 1992?
I just want to know how a Supreme Court justice lets his kid get a liberal arts degree. I mean, come on.
Chief Justice John Marshall wasn't around, and don't make that assumption with this guy. This guy's not your.
Someone left a copy of To Kill a Mockingbird around the dinner table.
This guy's a different kind of actor. He's kind of like a Greatest Generation type of actor. Anyway, he did a lot of serious
He's no
stuff.
Audie Murphy.
I don't know about that last sentence though. If I can skip ahead, Boomer, that last sentence, one of the mellowest actors in Hollywood, I kind of thought that was like Andy Griffith. I mean, besides his ego.
Oliver Reed.
Yeah, no, this guy was noted for being super easy to get along with. Nobody disliked this guy. He was just chill. He was just chill. He was a lot like most of the characters he played. He's real popular with other actors and with crew. He just didn't take it too seriously. He just went in and did his job because he enjoyed doing his job.
I have one question.
Enjoyed his Jaguar.
I have one question, Suzanne. Is it a pumpkin? You said you're sitting in your vegetable.
What?
Oh my.
She says she's sitting in her vegetable charging up the phone.
Oh, it's going to be a long stream.
Oh, never mind.
Is that what autocorrect does to vehicle? Oh my gosh. So anyway, he didn't get generally to the general populace till the TV show Doctari, which was inspired by the movie Clarence the Cross-Eyed Lion, which he starred in. And that experience got him very involved in the preservation of African wildlife. And after that show was over, he did a bunch of who's the guy that did Wild Kingdom? Marlon something. Yeah. Anyway, he did a series of those for.
The Nat Geo show? Wild Kingdom?
No, not Nat Geo. It was preceded. Wild Kingdom preceded that. That was
Marlon Perkins.
Marlon Perkins. There you go.
Hey, Suzanne says get her comment off the screen. You're blocking the captain.
Yeah, I can't see with this thing.
Well, how do you get it off the screen? Oh,
just click it there.
There you go.
There he is.
Oh, Herc turned into a white nipple.
Herc, you're a nipple.
I'm working on it.
You're working on it.
So I used to mix these two guys up because they had very similar careers, acted in the same kind of movies, played the same kind of characters, and it turns out eventually they did work together in a TV series, science fiction series called World of Giants, which they did advertise in the adverts on television as WOG, which is really terrible. About a 6-inch tall secret agent who was transported around in a briefcase with his partner.
So he's the real MacGuffin.
There is. They had some decent props in that show. I remember that show sort of. It only lasted a season. I'm gonna I'm going to see if I can find the DVDs for it.
Well, no, you just answered an age-old question, Boomer. What's inside the suitcase?
Oh, that, yeah. Yeah, it
Oh,
was Marshall Thompson. Marshall Thompson was in the suitcase. And it was his bright smile that lit up the world there. Okay. There's Clarence. So anyway, back to the ship. Colonel Van Heusen has completely prejudged Colonel Carruthers. And he's just leaning on him the whole flight. I mean, call it a flight. It's not really flying. And since he's the only survivor, they just assumed that he killed everybody off so he would get all the supplies. And do you really think I would kill none of my closest friends? But we found this near the wreck. Dum-da-da-dum. So that kind of looking a little suspicious. There's only one kind of monster that uses bullets. So you'll notice that the geologist and the MD are in charge of cooking and serving dinner. What do you think of that, Suzanne? Probably don't like that.
Sexist.
Don't blame you.
Definitely sexist. That's sexist because men are better cooks.
Well, yes. Cooking is men's work.
You know, I dated a girl. I started dating her in 2009, and like we went to her parents' house, and I'm sitting in the living room chilling with like her sister's boyfriends, her dad, and all that, and all the girls are out there, and they're making the dinner and all this, and like I get a plate handed to me. I'm like, okay, you don't have to do that. She's like, oh, just shush and take it. It's like they literally wanted like to do that, and I felt so uncomfortable. Like I can get my own plate, you know.
I grew up in a house of women. Yes, daughters.
Well, my mom and grandma gave me, great lessons in cooking and how to treat ladies.
Right.
But it just felt weird because, yeah.
Well, anymore, I'm afraid to open a door for somebody because I might get punched out. So,
maced.
Yeah, maced.
Yeah, they might call you toxic for showing some chivalry.
All right. Here's some of the other people that weren't involved in the roll call for some reason. There's Kine Holtz and Gino, who's Bob's brother. And Eric is keeping an open mind about Carruthers, but Van Heusen is just totally determined that the guy is guilty. And look at that thing that he's holding.
Side
what
roll.
is that little tool?
Yep.
That's back before we had calculators, folks.
Yeah. All right. Well, Carruthers, since everybody pretty much assumes he killed everybody else, he just doesn't hang out at dinner. He comes down to get a cup of coffee. And they've assigned Jimmy to follow him around so he doesn't murder anybody else.
Boy, look at those.
Anybody else.
Look at those prison suits. I can't believe they allowed them to have zippers back then.
Another thing I finally noticed watching this as an older person is the military folk all have different uniforms than the science crew.
Hey, Cap, what did you tell me the other day on my channel? You better say that to Boomer.
Say what? We're nothing without the chat.
No, because your name's Gray.
Oh, where's my fucking wrench?
Oh, look, Suzanne, my brother made it. My youngest brother made it the sous chef before he wrecked his life and everybody else's. All right, let's see. We won't hide the captain. Well, let's see.
Better not. Why am I at the bottom anyway?
Why don't you pop into the regular chat so I can...
Well, we thought you liked being topped.
I'm in the chat. What am I, chopped liver up in this mofo?
Oh, so I'm trying to find you in the... Oh, there you are. Okay. Well, you keep changing your damn name. Stop changing your name.
He hasn't
Okay, then I
changed it in
promise to never change it again as of now.
today.
Well, I've added to, well, change it. Technically, I've added to Captain. The Captain Infinity is still there. I mean, technically, I've added to it. That's not really, I've not removed. Look, it's still, hello. Thank you. That's better. About time, too.
Do you feel better now?
Yeah, I do, motherfucker. How about you?
Warm and fuzzy?
Yep. Oh, yeah. Well, warm and fuzzy and
All right.
Come here, chicken.
So he gets his cup of coffee.
No, that's the thing, Suzanne. I hold the door open for men as well, but that's the thing. When I'm holding a door open for a bitch, I don't go, yeah, I'll do it for men too, slap. You can't win, can you? They don't know. They assume it's because they got a vagina, but it's not. That's just a bonus.
It's just common courtesy, but it's not so common.
Exactly.
So
I'll even do it for Wi-Fi if he's got his hands full.
Depends. What are they full of?
Give Captain
Well,
his
he's
tool.
got a couple of hot brunettes on his arm. I'm like, allow me, sir.
Give the captain his tool. Hey.
How you doing?
Oh, we're gonna get you some subs here, Boomer. We'll get you.
Awesome.
I just subbed or resubbed. You got me. Hello, I'm a sub.
Hello.
I'm a trend-setting subscriber. I tell you what, I'm gonna signal boost this show right now. I'll tell you what, if Clobby Times wasn't live on air already, he'd be in the chat.
Oh no.
Oh yes, here we go. There you go. Signal boost on Twitter. Oh yeah, influencer.
Oh great.
Terms of service, whatever. There you go. They'll be pouring in now. All the hot chicks will be coming in.
Look at that. Great minds think alike. Suzanne asked the same question, Cap. What is she? Chopped liver?
Exactly. No, you are not chopped liver. I've got some chopped liver over here, and it's not called Suzanne. In addition to Suzanne, more hot chicks coming in.
Yeah, it's called pate or some shit like
that. Exactly. Flambe pate. Yeah, what is pate anyway? Is that some duck thing or something?
I don't know. It's blame the French. It's their word.
I think it's like duck meat all mashed into a paste.
Yeah, because
as disgusting as it sounds. I think it's the duck version of liverwurst.
So what is it like?
Like liver? That's worst.
Oh God, I remember being fed liverwurst as a kid, and it's like, oh.
Well, you don't like Brunschweiger? What the hell's wrong with you?
Oh,
I'll tell you what, I don't like Swiss cheese. I used to tell my mum, I don't like the Swiss cheese. She's like, why not, dear? I don't like the holes. Just leave the holes, dear.
There you go.
You should have told her to give you the cheese holes.
I'll give you right up the cheese hole. I'll tell you what, though, folks, I won't.
Well,
you know
no,
where I'm going with
mean,
this. I love cheese, but I won't eat brie. It's not going to happen.
Oh. Anyway, Van Heusen is determined to get a confession on tape by the time they get to Earth.
What is this? Good astronaut, bad astronaut?
Yeah, basically, yeah, to start with. Of course, she feels sympathy for the poor guy and makes him a sandwich.
Ooh, sounds good.
From the galley, so.
I made you a sandwich. Baloney? No, I really made you a sandwich.
Ew.
Ew.
So
yes, I am a writer.
He's going to tell her his version of the story.
This ain't no sandwich. It's an unreliable sandwich.
All outside the ship, exploring the southern tip of Syrtis Major.
Hey, that's Marina's last name, the gal that played Troy.
No, not spelled the same way.
Well, so you replaced a Y with an I. Come on.
Okay. Suddenly, a sandstorm came up, and we started back. I was driving the Jeep, because you always bring Jeeps to Mars.
Yeah.
Sand was so thick we could barely see.
You know why? Because they had 50,000 excess Jeeps after the war.
I know why.
Well, wait till you see the rest of this thing.
All the Toyotas went to Afghanistan and Syria.
We're almost back to the ship when Cartwright just disappeared. So it's like 9 of them were in a Jeep. I've been in those kind of Jeeps. There's not room for 9 people unless you're sitting on the hood.
Cartwright. Oh, geez. That just reminds me of the show Bonanza.
Syrtis Major is a real spot on Mars, so they got their science right. So dark spots.
Is there
One
life
minute he was
on
there, and the next minute
Mars?
he was gone, as if something had just plucked him out of the Jeep, like candy out of a box.
Boink.
We heard a weird sort of sound. Then we
Boink.
thought we saw a dark shape running near the Jeep. Yep,
Boink.
all 9 of them are in the Jeep. We started
Brilliant.
shooting at it because, of course we did.
Pew,
Moments
pew,
later,
pew, pew.
Kenner and all the rest were gone. Kenner was the skull, by the way. I was the only one that made it back to the ship. When the sandstorm quit, I went out and searched all over. There wasn't a sign of them.
Yeah, because they got sandblasted.
That's right.
Hey,
But how can you explain the bullet hole in the skull? Well, we're all shooting at this thing. Maybe the one that got the bullet was lucky. So if you're shooting at that shadow, and the bullet hits one of the guys in the Jeep, which you're a pretty crap shot. Jeez. You don't believe me, do you? Well, I don't disbelieve you.
Mm.
So what is that, some sort of limbo area that your belief resides in?
maybe you're lying, maybe you ain't. It's Schrodinger's bullshit.
How about you, Lieutenant? Well, Mars is almost as big as Texas. Maybe it's got monsters.
Mars is almost as big as Texas. That's pretty good.
Hey, I'm
Is there monsters in Texas, HURK?
Not many. They are here though.
I mean, in Austin.
I thought
Where is
everything was.
anti-derivative Jill today?
I don't know, but she commented on my stream that I did. She
Oh,
said,
lucky
"If
thing.
yeah, I know. If this had been an actual emergency, Sci-Fi would have activated the Dingster." It was kind of funny when I read it.
So,
Jill was in my chat telling me to get my tea back out the harbour. I'm like, you're in Texas. You weren't even in that thing. You were part of the Spanish Empire. Thank you.
I saw part of that on the re-rub. Yeah.
That was good, wasn't it? And then she came on the fucking panel. I was like, Jill is here. So I have to mention that every time you get Jill on your panel, your views go up by 10 million. This is a fact.
Oh.
Well, I've been
actually,
getting.
she commented in one of my shorts.
Yeah, even I agree with that.
Shorts, my
Yeah.
YouTube
Get
shorts.
laundry day.
As soon
even
as I
her
said that, I knew
comments.
there were at least
Do you
2
know how
people.
long PvP's been waiting to get Jill to comment on his shorts?
Oh.
Oh.
Ah.
So anyway,
Gold. Anyway, don't let this
She's-
limey
she's-
interrupt you. Get on with it.
She's ragging on Van Heusen for being so mean to Carruthers. And ultimately tells me it's not for us to decide. It's for the court. What a concept. Especially since his great-great-great-great-great-great-great-grandfather was the Chief Justice.
Yes, in the womb, definitely. I agree.
Sometimes I make myself laugh.
Oh.
I was agreeing with you because it's the truth.
Yeah, it's like I'm already inside a lady now.
Hey.
How you doing?
So, of course, if you're flying through space with nothing to do, you got to play chess. You want to be even more bored.
Yeah, you want to make it interesting? Play 1D chess.
Your turn, Burnham.
A little input on Dabbs Greer, who, you know, if you're going to work consistently, be a good character actor.
Yeah, he's got that look about him. Like
He's been in everything. You've probably seen him in all sorts of things.
Oh yeah, he's got that face, like he's like recognizable. Oh wait, he was in the Green Mile. Yep, okay.
He was the older Tom Hanks.
The old Tom Hanks. Yeah, I knew I
Yes.
recognized him. All right, yeah.
He started, his first film debut was Jesse James in 1938, paid $5 a day. He was the first person saved by George Reeves' Superman.
Oh,
TV
George
series.
Reeves.
Yeah.
But his last feature film role was The Green Mile. Last television show was Lizzie McGuire.
Yeah, last feature film, The Green Mile. Yeah.
He appeared in more than 290 film and television productions.
Now that's a career, folks.
Yep. I always thought if I was going to be an actor, I'd want to be a character actor, and I wanted to be a bad guy in a Western.
Well, just be careful what you say about that, because Jim Carrey was a character actor, and ever since he did the guy that
Mask?
No, the guy on Taxi,
Latka.
Latka, yes, he played that guy.
No, that's not Jim Carrey. That was Andy, what's his face, who was like
Kaufman.
Yeah,
And
but Jim Carrey
played Andy Kaufman in Fuck the Moon.
Oh, did he?
Yes.
I can't even picture
No,
that.
we're just making it up for a fucking bit.
Well, stop doing that.
And
That was
the thing
sarcasm. He really did play Andy Kaufman in a
Was that
fucking
ironic
movie.
sarcasm or what?
yes, he
With a
played
bit
Andy
of
Kaufman.
pizzazz.
He played Andy Kaufman with a bit of pizzazz, and he got so effed up mentally that, like, literally he like became like a hobbit and was like doing painting and shit. I seen a thing on the TV about it. It was sad and weird.
Good grief. Good grief.
Yeah, he got so far into Andy Kaufman's mind that he couldn't get out of it.
Jeez.
I feel sorry for the motherfucker that's got to play Captain Infinity. Ew.
I was just gonna
man.
say that.
Oh,
You
man.
know it.
That's going to be bad.
I can't wait to see the self-deprecating shyster that plays Wi-Fi Nation.
Okay, so who can play Captain
I want to see who's going to be playing Blam Blam.
Okay, we ought to start a poll. Who to play Captain Infinity in the movie? I'm up for Kevin Spacey. But,
Get the fuck out of right. That's it. Get off my show. That ain't even funny. He ain't even fit to play the fucking villain.
Okay, so our man Kindholtz is doing his
You're a
paperwork.
funny guy. Give a motherfucker his own channel. Like I do the jokes around here, pal. Get back to the show.
Wait, I'm funny. He's funny. He's funny. How? How is he?
Like a clown, Kevin Spacey. Get the fuck out of here. Keanu Reeves, bitch.
Tim Curry,
Anyway,
best clown
Kindholtz
ever.
is doing his
Tim
paperwork.
Curry, all right. Pipe down, you lot. No fighting in
yeah.
the war room.
All right, Kindholtz is doing his paperwork when he hears a noise.
Racist.
Oh, what's that? Ah! So you got 3 fingers to go with 3 toes, guys.
Oh, it's Gamera. Gamera from Gamera
Kathleen
from
Kennedy.
no
There you
Gamera.
go.
Gamera from
Kathleen
Godzilla
Kennedy.
or something like that.
Gamora? Oh no, that's Guardians.
I don't know. It's a Klingon hangnail. How should I?
I don't think Gamera would fit in a spaceship, though.
No,
Gamera's kinda
but
big.
I mean, effect-wise, it's about the right size, for a close-up.
There was a story about the monster suit, too. But anyway.
Oh, Suzanne says he was also the Little House on a Prairie preacher.
That's right. He was. That was that picture. That's where that picture was from. Yeah, this guy was all over the place. All over the place. So, Kindholtz is looking for the source of the noise and going into the basement, apparently, which you should never do.
What's that knocking sound? Should I let it in?
Yeah. Ah! There he goes. Well, Kindholtz is... Oh, that's the shadow. And then, what's that down there? Boom, there's the shadow you're looking for.
Oh, really? Jason.
Off-screen murder. Off-screen murder.
Jason
A little bit
Statham
of
for
film
you,
noir
Captain.
camera work there. The shadows.
Captain, you get the guy that played the transporter.
The transporter, it's not a transporter. It's a self-deletion booth with extra steps.
No, Jason Statham, the guy that played the transporter.
Oh, that kind of transporter. Le transporter.
Well, the first 2 movies were okay. Then it got sucky. Anyway, so Kindholtz is off the grid there. And of course, our hero hears a noise. And
Knock,
the rest of them
knock.
go, I didn't hear nothing, but I heard something. So he goes out to look around, and they start giving him crap about it. Of course, Van Heusen gives him a lot of crap about it. He ignores him. He gets on the intercom. Kindholtz, where are you? Answer.
Wow, look at
They
little
get no answer.
50s
Eventually,
radio.
Everybody wakes up. Realizing, something not quite right. Took a while, but they realized it. So Eric gets on there and puts on his command voice and wears.
You know what that shirt looks like? It looks like a members only jacket without the things on the shoulders.
Well, yeah, but it's a members only jumpsuit.
Oh, there you go.
Let me go in my closet and look. Yeah, it sure is.
Oh, you got a members only jacket?
No.
I had one as a kid.
He's got a
No.
closet.
We went to a thrift store when I was a kid and found jacket. I don't know if it was a fake or what, but it had the things on the shoulders and stuff. And this was in the 80s. So I got it. It was black. It looked cool.
I tried to get a members only jacket, but they told me I wasn't a member, so I couldn't have one.
Couldn't get it.
That's
Oh.
Okay, Suzanne says Jason Statham can play the captain.
Yep.
Nah, Keanu Reeves.
Don't try to
Keanu
bend.
Reeves is older than
Hey,
you are.
okay, Captain. Don't try to bend the spoon. The spoon is already bent.
I remember The Shadow.
That's before my time. So,
Well, there's channels that replay those old radio shows. Anyway, okay. Actually, the person who should really play the captain is John Malkovich.
Tiger
Malkovich.
Stripes.
Malkovich.
John Malkovich.
Yeah.
I mean,
Think
John
fast, Malkovich.
John
Well, the
Malkovich didn't even play in a movie called Being John Malkovich. So
the one time that HURK and I saw Cap while he was standing in the ocean for some reason,
That was true.
I thought he looked like Malkovich.
it must have been winter here.
So everybody starts running around the ship looking for Reinholds, and I shall.
Well, he boomered himself, folks. He'll be right back.
He'll be back and in greater numbers.
Yep, he turned his camera off and muted himself. He boomered himself.
Is that what we're calling it now?
Well, it's always been called that. He just, uses the proper name for it.
It's an action verb.
It's an action verb, yes. I don't know what verb isn't in action. So
Yeah, I was going to say. But same PIN number.
I say PIN number and access code synonymously.
They are synonymous.
I just got a visitor here. Let's see if he'll cooperate. Nah, he's not cooperating.
I tried to get Shadowcat to come to the stream. I don't know if they're here lurking, but I said click on the link I put in to promote others.
Hey, PJ. There he is.
PJ, that PJ. Okay,
There's
I know
PJ,
a couple. I know a couple of PJ YouTubers. So.
This is PJ the Toothless Cat.
The Toothless Cat.
Yeah.
Well, judging from that face, I don't want to test that theory.
He looked kind of weird, didn't he? Come on, man. He's a good kitty.
See, we get to watch her because he plays with his pussy, but it's okay because this is real. It exists.
It exists.
And I said pussy in the UK version, YouTube. Don't get your panties in the
I feel much better now.
that's what your
I'm
butt.
glad I turned on the lights because I would have tripped over a cat.
Not PJ.
No, Bugs. She likes to stretch out in the doorway.
Oh, Suzanne says yes. DVB got her, aka Citizen 333, the names of the replay channels.
What, for the Shadow?
Yeah, that's what I'm guessing.
Oh, cool.
Suzanne also says, I'm only 58 years old, so the Shadow was before her time, but enjoyed listening to the recorded shows her parents had.
I told her she's just still jailbait.
58. My mom is 60. My mom is 68. I told her
Your mom is younger than me.
I told my mom next year she gets to turn around and do it all over again. She laughed. It's good to have good relationships with your mom or your parents, and not that way either. You sick. Oh, God, these people.
All right, who's bringing all this perversion onto my channel?
Wi-Fi.
I'm telling them not to think that. Okay, I'm doing disclaimers here.
Okay, Pop sent me a message. He was on an important phone call. He was going to pop. He's got the link. He was going to pop on if he could. He might even make the watch party Saturday since he's doing his rumblings like 2 hours before we start. So we'll see what happens there.
PvP's probably doing his laundry.
He's got enough quarters. He'll do it.
Or PvP. So we're scouting around all the loose barrels and crates that you would normally stash in your spaceship. And looking for Keinholz. And Bob and Gino were just kind of, well, we can't find them. It's enough looking. So, of course, before he goes back to work, Gino's got to pick up some cigs. So, of course, on your spaceship, you have a cabinet full of cigarettes.
You know,
smoking on a spaceship is a good thing.
Yeah, as long as you don't use
a
pure oxygen atmosphere.
Yeah, yeah.
The
So while he's
smoking
smoking
lamp
in the
is-
cigarette cabinet,
Liquor and cigarettes. You know this is a 50s movie.
yeah.
Cigarettes and liquor sounds like a good Saturday night.
Hey,
Ew.
So, goodbye, Gino.
did you
We
see the
had to do
cigarette
this.
hanging out of his mouth? That was classic. Could you go back to that? Could you go back to that one, Boomer? The cigarette.
Yeah, I thought that was
Yeah,
a
that's classic.
So there goes Gino. So we're 2 down.
Corrigan. That was my army recruiter's last name.
He's another big name in the industry, really. So now we're looking for Gino. Gino, where the hell are you?
Oh, what is this? Just like a bunch of serials you're playing?
Serial? No, this is a movie.
Oh, well, then why does it keep going to credits and back and forth? Or is that just
What
how
are you
you put
talking
the thing? Well, you went to the credits and then you're on.
That's just our list of people that have,
You put the thing.
That's me being creative.
Oh, okay. You confused the fuck out of me, so I had to ask.
Well, I'm sorry.
Are you though?
I'm sorry. Gino, where the hell are you? Oh, look, here's Gino cigarettes.
Oh, Suzanne, Jim's doing a live stream test. Pops is over there. I think they're coming here when done. Well, Jim never messaged me, so.
Okay. Cool. Anyway, so Van Heusen is finally starting to take Carruthers a little bit seriously about his story. We gotta find Gino. Bob is overprotective of his little brother.
I found Gino and Tino and Tito.
Yeah. All right. So, standing over there by the air generation and moisture reclamation section. Oops.
In other words, a condenser.
Or the atmospheric controls the ship, I guess. Ah, what's that? It's Keinholz.
Yeah, like you can just
Air
open up
generation and moisture recovery section.
Yeah, like you can just open up a condenser and find a human body. It just works that way.
You know, you can always crawl through the ductwork in any kind of movie.
Yeah, but that looks like the tank itself.
You can go from deck to deck, bypassing airlocks.
Yeah, I know. It's like a HVAC. You can do it.
I lost my cursor.
Okay, so
there it is.
apparently Jim, Captain whatever is coming over here, and
damn it, Jim
is coming here in a short.
Somebody's going to get their fee-fees hurt because I have the cheap version of StreamYard, and we're almost maxed out here.
Well,
Anyway,
it's
they drag his raggedy butt out of there, and of course, the scientists and geologists get all panicky because they're 50s women. Now
Well, you
they're
notice. Did you ever notice how 50s women can't get their panties in a bunch because they're like so big?
What?
Never mind.
Okay, so now look at this. Gino up in there somewhere. Of course, Bob wants to go rushing up in there to look. But of course, the major says he can get in through the power motor hatch.
Phantom, send Pops a link, says Suzanne.
Already did. I sent him the link earlier.
Tone of voice noted.
I sent him the link.
Yeah,
I fucking sent him that link several hours ago before he even thought of it.
You heard that too, Cap.
James Mason?
My favorite response to that kind of thing is, oh, yeah, I hadn't thought of that.
Anyway, so
Anyhow,
now the major is crawling through the ductwork looking for Gino. Oh, and there's Gino. How convenient. Ah! That's pretty ugly. And when I saw this as a little kid, that scared the crap. He almost looks as bad as the Queen of Outer Space. And she looked pretty bad. Oh, look who's there. It's the Papatola. Pop!
Hello, everybody.
Hey!
Sorry I'm late. I had a busy phone call. I was on the phone for a couple hours,
That's
but I apologize.
quite all
for
right.
that.
We're still in shakedown mode for this channel.
Okay, so what are we looking at?
This is It, The Terror from Beyond Space.
Gotcha.
1958.
How far through the movie are you?
We've had 2 people killed so far.
Okay. Well, considering it's the 1950s, you probably had to wait a half hour for that to happen.
Yeah.
I'm still here. Oh, you mean on the movie, not the panel?
Oh,
Killed.
Ew.
So you're using Discord to display the video, is that correct?
no, actually, I'm screen sharing a PowerPoint to show the
Gotcha.
slides.
All right, that's how
Okay.
Jill does it. All right, gotcha. So
Yeah.
you do the slides ahead of time?
Yeah.
All right.
Over and over and over and over.
How
I
long
kept
does
trying
it
to trim it down so I could upload it, but it's just too damn big.
How long does it take you to work on the slides?
Too long, because I was still trying to get it down to where I could upload it,
Yeah.
because you can't do that if it's small enough, but I think you got a 50 meg limit on the file.
There's limits because she's had to do hers in chunks.
Yeah. Yeah,
But-
I might try it that way, because
Well, I
I'm
was gonna
actually
say,
using
if
all
you do
4
it-
monitors now to keep track of things.
Well, I was going to say, if you do it live on the fly with VLC like I do, there's no prep time.
So I'm going to talk to you offline how you actually set up VLC to jump scenes like you do, because I've tried it and it
Okay.
just literally jumps frame by frame on me, and it takes forever.
Okay, I'll show you how to do that.
Okay, cool.
Oh,
yeah,
hey,
that
Bob.
way. Hello. And
Sorry,
that way
I
you don't-
just got
All
back.
right,
Yeah,
you do.
I need to learn how to do that too. So
Yeah, that way you're not wasting all the time. But I don't know necessarily say wasting, but like Jill prefers doing the slides, which is fine. But when you do it the way I do it on the fly with the video player, you're not having to spend all that prep time with slides at all.
okay,
And
now
you can also play clips and go back and play a clip or not.
Yes,
or all that stuff.
I need to clarify. Boomer keeps saying VLC.
That's the name of the video player we use.
Yes, I have that for certain video files on my external hard drive. It's called VLC, Victor
Yes.
Lancelot. Okay, good. So it is that same player.
Well, yeah, there's 2 different versions, just to let you know. There's like a light version, which is like comes pre-installed or that most people have.
No, I had to
but they
download
also-
mine like 10 years ago. I had to download it.
All right.
So-
Well, they also have the full featured version, which is still free, and you want to use that one because it's more flexible, and I can show you how to go in and change the settings.
Yes,
I did-
please.
I did-
Yes.
Right,
I didn't
because
figure out how to
right,
make it do auto screen captures.
well, that I don't know if it does, but Bird Bird of Prey has a way of doing that where it'll do auto screen. It runs automatically every 10 seconds or whatever you adjust.
Yeah, you got to fiddle with the settings to get it to do what you want. But then,
what I do is
you're doing it at a fixed period of time.
Well, what I do
you're
with
not necessarily grabbing the scene that you want.
No, what I do with VLC is this is why you want to get the full player, not just the light player. Is by default, it's set for every time you hit the frame advance, it's set for 5 seconds by default.
Oh,
which is
go ahead.
5 seconds isn't 5 seconds at least a YouTube minimum, so you don't get a strike.
No, what I did is I went in the preferences and I changed it down to like 3 seconds and sometimes 2, and I had many problems.
Oh, so you can do it less than 5 seconds.
Right. You can set it to where if I push one button, it'll advance 3 seconds. If I push another button, it'll advance 5 seconds. If I push another button, it'll advance 10 seconds.
Okay. Are you on Twitter or Discord? Because
Twitter.
I definitely Twitter. Okay, as am I. So
PC Curator here.
PC Curator. Okay. Let me go to my Twitter twatter. Search.
Yeah, it's something we can do anytime you guys want. I can show you how to do it on the StreamYard.
There you are. Okay. Oh, you blocked me.
Hold on. How did I do that? I thought I only blocked one person. Wait a minute. How do I unblock? Let me see. I'm new on this. Let me figure it out. First, I have to search for your name. What's your name?
Jim.
At Jay's Sci-Fi. Here, I'll put it in the chat.
Private chat or regular chat?
Let me put it in a regular chat in case anybody else wants to follow me. They can.
Okay. And I'll unblock you. If it's blocked, that's odd. Interesting.
I don't even remember why. I think it was like a long time ago.
Jim is here.
Hail, Jim. He just finished up a short video on his channel.
Damn it, Jim!
Hello, HURK. There it is.
Now here's the problem. I'm still running on the cheap version, so I'm out of room here. That's the downside of screen sharing. Is your screen share takes up a slot.
Oh, does it? I did not know that.
Yeah.
It never used to. It never used to.
All right, you're unblocked.
Okay. Oh, there you are. Now I'm following you. Okay, and I'll message you.
I followed you back. I don't know if you have to follow him back to answer or not, but it doesn't matter.
I'm not sure. Oh, you cannot message this user because you're not verified. What?
I think that means one of us needs to message the other. Hold on.
Yeah, you got to message me first.
I had this happen with somebody
Danger
else.
Will Robinson.
Yeah, it's because you're verified and I'm not.
Well, I'm not going to be verified for much longer. I'm going to cancel it. It's not worth it. Let me see here.
Yeah, it sounds like it's just a big old pain in the backside. So.
Oh, it isn't playing for a blue check mark. It's not like you're going to monetize me or anything. I'm like a billionaire who's richer than me money. Okay, I just sent a text.
Yep. Oh, let me back to the thing. Okay. There we go.
Well, let's test whether that
all right,
feature takes up a slot or not.
All right, we're good, Pop. Thank you.
All right. Got it.
Jim, you want to try that link and see if it'll let you in?
What link is that? I think that's a link to Phantom Boomer's StreamYard channel.
Yeah, that's the one I just popped that in there. Yeah.
Oh, that's what we're on now. Gotcha. That's what we're on now.
Yeah, I want to see if the screen share actually ties up a slot or not.
Where did you think we were, Pop?
No, I got confused because I was just on Jim's channel a couple minutes ago.
Oh, okay.
Don't feel that. Jim. I've been screwing up the day and the time for the past week and a half. I've had to go back and re-edit my stuff.
Yes, he's been boomering it all week, folks.
Yeah, it's awful.
You know, I wouldn't pick on you if I didn't like you, Boomer.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, sweet. Suzanne is following me. Awesome.
Uh-oh, you got a stalker.
Yeah, is that online or offline?
Online.
If you find your bunny rabbit cooking on the stove, you know you're in deep shit.
I just followed you back, Suzanne.
Let's see. Where'd we go? Oh, yeah. Okay, so we're crawling through the ducks. We find a scary-looking Gino. Hey, Gino! Talking to him like there's nothing wrong when he's obviously screwed up. Gino! Bob, of course, is freaking out. And the Major gets his face clawed. Ah! And, of course, on your spaceship, you want to have a bunch of 1911 A1s and fire them off to the ductwork because they won't deafen you. So they drag the Major out of there. Colonel Crothers takes a look in there. I love that look on his face. Sees the monster. Jumps back out. Of course, Bob wants to go in there, and they're restraining him. Seal it up. What are we going to do now? Grenades, because of course you have grenades all over your spaceship, don't you?
Yeah, handily labeled for everybody to see.
It's like, holy crap. All this World War II Korea surplus on your spaceship. So we're going to wire the hatches.
Why do you think Ford called it the Granada? Because all the motors blew up. No, just kidding.
So this is a tutorial on how to properly wire up a grate.
Really? I thought it was like a 1950s taser or something.
That's what you get for thinking.
I know, right?
Yeah. They drag Keinholz's body out of there. Now, this scene made me really jealous.
Yeah.
That looks...
I mean,
That
yeah,
looks-
I see the M1, the Grand clips, because there's 5 to a clip there. So.
Yeah, there's the Grand across... Garand, actually, it's Garand. I finally learned how the man pronounced his name Garand.
Oh,
So
Garand.
anyway,
Oh, okay, I stand
not
corrected.
to be a gun nitpicker, but there's the Garand. But look down here. I just noticed this. That's a looks like an M1 carbine.
It does.
With a folding stock.
And if you go even farther up, that almost looks like a Tommy gun up there.
It does, doesn't it? You never see some of this other stuff. So anyway, of course, that might be an M2. You never know.
And of course, you got the Colt 1911s over there, obviously. So.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind owning a few World War II vintage 1911s. We had a guy, since we're all just troubleshooting here anyway, we had a guy, I worked at my friend's indoor range, and we had a guy come in. He found his grandpa's 1911. It wasn't even an A1. So it was like a World War I version.
Oh,
hey, Jim's in! Hooray!
Damn it,
Okay.
Jim!
So there
What
we go.
the monkey going on in here?
Damn it,
Now
Jim.
we know the
Jim.
screen share does not
Howdy,
have a
howdy.
slot. That's good news. Good news. How do you not have the circle around you, Jim?
Because he's
Another
using
question.
a picture instead of an
Yeah,
avatar.
he's using a full.
There you go. Is that better?
I was just curious.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's because he was using full frame.
Ah.
So anyway, this guy's bringing in a 1911, not even an A1, and luckily he stopped by us because he was on his way to have it reblued, which would have totally devalued it.
Oh, yeah.
So we stopped it. We stopped him from doing that. Tried to talk him out of it, but we stopped him from doing that.
I've still
So
got
they're
one.
bandaging up the Major.
I've still got one of my
Looked like
dad's.
he's ready for that little 1776 meme with the flute player and the drum player, or actually was it a fife?
I have a question for Herc and Boomer. So my dad left me some guns when he passed away. One of them is a bolt action, and it's a 7.62, but it's internal load, which means you load them the ammo inside, right? Like you pull the bolt back, there's a spring tray that goes down, and you put the ammunition in that way. There is no external way to add the ammunition.
You mean it doesn't have a detachable magazine, or
No, it doesn't. No, it does not have a detachable magazine.
Does it look like it might be set up for stripper clips?
No, it's all internal top load. There's a plate with a spring under it.
Yeah.
Right, but no, it's bolt action, so no, it can't be a stripper.
Not sure. Couple of good channels. I got to shout out a couple of gun channels that are good for older guns. If you're interested in firearms history, is Forgotten Weapons. He also does modern stuff, but he does a lot of firearms industry. When he does older stuff, he talks about the history behind them. And Sea and Arsenal.
Let's see. The reason I say this is because I know 7.62 wasn't strictly an American caliber.
Well, 7.62 is roughly 30 caliber, so like 30-06, 303, all that kind of stuff. It's all technically like 30 caliber. So the other confusion is that some calibers are named after the year they were developed. Others are named after what they're actually, their caliber is. Caliber is actually fractions of an inch.
I'd love to show you, but I'm not going to do it on a bullet string.
Yeah. I've popped them up on the thing before with no trouble.
Well, this is just me because I don't want people to associate my face and figure out who I am and realize I've got all this stuff. So
I know what you mean.
Especially after the shit that happened to me in February, right? So.
Oh yeah. Okay, there's Forgotten Weapons. There's a link. It's an interesting channel. What's this guy on my list? Is Peter Ryder or Captain something? I don't know who he is.
Peter Piper.
Piotr.
Peter.
Oh, there's Sea and Arsenal. These guys really do vintage stuff.
Okay. Yeah, you can DM me the names. DM me the names because I'll forget them. So.
Okay.
Yeah, okay. He's got short-term memory.
I do.
Yeah,
I literally do.
The nice thing about these guys is they're not like these channels that blow things up or anything. They really are historians.
Okay, well, let's see. Okay, I opened those up in new tabs, so I got their channels open.
Boy, my little short video I just made that pop culture was over there and Susan's over there. It just finally popped up on my channel.
Oops.
It took a while to upload the damn thing.
Between some of these channels, you'll see some input on the brutality matches, which make you wish you were in good physical condition. I wish they popped up when I was younger because they look like so much fun. Unreal.
Younger?
I got so many damn things going on here. One thing I've been noticing when I open up my list of subscriptions, it leaves stuff out an awful lot lately.
Mine does that sometimes too, and sometimes those channels might drop off, or you have to go back and resubscribe. Jim, when you did your video a few minutes ago, Jim, did you record it and then upload it? Is that how you did it?
It automatically does that for you, but it took a while.
Well, because like when I have my StreamYards linked to YouTube,
right,
and it's usually simultaneously. It usually uploads simultaneously.
Yeah,
instantly.
It is hooked up to my YouTube, since it's a different service, whatever, it took about 5 minutes for that little short video to pop up.
What do you
Well,
mean difference? Service? What's different?
Yeah. Well, yeah. Well, see, the thing is, StreamYard. Okay, since I pay for it, Jim pays for it. Like $25 a month. Okay. Not only can we stream to YouTube, but I also have a what is that other one?
I know I stream to Twitch and Twitter.
Twitch, yeah, Twitch is the
right. But my question is, I'm trying to figure out the delay that he's having.
Oh, because YouTube has a built-in delay. So
no, mine's live. When I do my streams, are live. I have a YouTube window, and my StreamYard's both open, and I check it, and it's live at the same time in sync.
Oh, okay. Well, that's based. If you go into your YouTube studio, and you because there's a way you can actually check out the real-time analytics of your stream. Right. You can actually set whether you want a delay or if you want it in real time. Real time uses way more resources on your computer than having that 30-second delay.
I thought it was by default. I never had to check that.
No, there is. Yeah, there's options.
But I have it set up automatically to where it's in sync almost. You know, it might be a second or two off.
Right. Wow. If you ever do gaming, trust me, you're going to want as much a delay as you can.
You mean least delay? Least delay.
No, the more delay, because when you game, it's taking up all your system resources, right?
Oh,
and the last thing you want.
So you're saying save the resources for the gaming and put the delay on YouTube. Okay, I got it.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. Yes.
That's interesting because I've got a massive delay here between StreamYard and
right, and that's in your and that's in your YouTube studio settings for your stream. So, like, if you, I don't have a thing up, so I can't do it. So I'm going off memory here. But if you, it's not edit. It might be under edit. But if you go to edit, it takes you to the studio.
Yeah,
and
maybe sometime not during the middle of a movie. Maybe we could do it like backstage or something.
Yeah, we can show you backstage.
I'm gonna sit here and time my delay right now. So,
well, it's generally 10 to 30 seconds. 3, 4, but you also need to realize
7, 8, 9,
that
10 seconds.
You also need to realize that if you don't keep an eye on the YouTube page, it'll get progressively farther behind. That's just the way it works, because it does that to me all the time. I gotta go back to the YouTube page and make sure it's where I want it to be. I mean, the video don't really mean nothing. It's just nice to have it, synced up, because the chat is always current on the YouTube page, no matter what.
Right, and sometimes they use emojis, which I can't see through StreamYard, so that's why I have it.
Yes, that's why I keep my YouTube stream page open.
Right, what I do is on my YouTube window, I mute the tab, so obviously I don't get double sound.
Echo. Yep.
And I set the speed to like 1.5, and that way it tries to keep up a little better.
Oh, see, I haven't tried that yet. So.
Yeah, try that, and it'll help it keep up better.
So
welcome to learning how to stream with Boomer.
That's fine by me. I'm all good with that because I'm still learning. This is all debug session as far as I'm concerned. Now, Camp, you don't even use YouTube at all. You just stay strictly in StreamYard. Is that what you do?
I use StreamYard, but I also monitor with a YouTube tab right next to it, so I can see how everybody else.
That's what I've got. Like 4 monitors running, so I've got a.
Yeah, I got all this on one. Unfortunately, I wish I had more than one monitor.
So, Cap, Infinity, you don't.
Yeah. Captain Crunch.
Yeah, Captain Crunch.
Oh.
No, you don't keep YouTube active at all. You just stay strictly in StreamYard, or what do you do?
Who, me?
Yes, you.
None of your beeswax.
Oh, okay.
What am I? IT support up in this motherfucker. I didn't sign up for this.
Well,
mother, what?
Then you're fired.
Internet support.
I have StreamYards going, and then I launch StreamYards and I start talking. Stop.
Hello, thank you for calling IT.
So you don't even keep a YouTube thing running then?
Because then you don't even, because I got accused of it like it's a bad thing. You fuckers can't make up your mind whether I can't please anyone, can I? Yeah, last time I did, you listen to your own show, you went, no, I don't. So
hello, thank you for calling IT. Have you tried turning it off and on again?
Exactly. Have you tried boomering it again?
Oh, man.
Great
You
show,
should
by
ask
the way.
PvP. Oh no, you can't because PvP doesn't run a channel. You wouldn't have a fucking clue.
Hey, Scotty never claimed to have a channel, but he does.
Ew.
Well, you get one by default, don't you? Once you
Yeah,
you create-
once you click the button that says yes, I want to create, you get a channel.
Yeah, that's why there's just a plain old Phantom Boomer channel that just has
Oh,
someone
by the
motorcycle
way, we need to spread the Boomer love because Scotty's got almost as many subs as Boomer, and I just can't have that.
Man,
I have
I'm not
I
blue
have
over here.
32 subs.
I thought Scotty paid for 1,000 subs or something like that.
No, maybe for yes, for the Phantasmagorium, not his own channel,
Oh,
not the Scotty R37. Scotty R37. If you go to his YouTube, Scotty R37, he has a channel, which he says he doesn't, but he's lying.
I don't know.
He actually has a video posted from like
Who did-
10 years ago.
Who did you find, Suzanne?
She found the captain.
Oh,
If anybody's interested in the private chat, I put the link in my very first Melon app test video.
oh,
And when was that? When did you make that?
Now, you was over there just, probably 10, 15 minutes ago?
Oh, that was on Melon app. Okay, gotcha.
That was Melon app, yeah. I didn't go through all the bells and whistles, but I figure I kind of play around with it for a few minutes.
So those intros, those 30-second countdowns were all part of the app.
Yeah, I was switching them on and off.
well,
to
that looks
see
good.
That's
which
good. It
one.
has because StreamYards only has one, that old black and white typical one that
Oh.
most people use.
Pop. There's all kinds of 30 seconds, 1 minute, 5 minutes, 10 minutes, whatever countdown.
Gotcha.
There's all
Whatever.
Well, they have them on YouTube where you can download them. It's just
Yeah.
I like to make them like, I don't know if you've seen the intros on my videos where I make it part of the intro of the show.
Once I get comfy in that, then I can link the stream and put it up on Twitter, Twat, and all that stuff. Then the captain can come over and see me for a little bit.
Yeah, and set it to where it'll simultaneously stream to Twitter.
Yeah. Well, I can also put everybody's email in the Melon app, and it'll do it for me.
No, that'll notify them, but it won't post it to Twitter.
No. Oh, well.
And you could also put it in obviously the StreamYard link we have.
Right. Well, the first of the year, I'm not going to have StreamYards. It's going to be Melon app only. I like Melon app.
Yeah, but I'm saying is you should be able to put the Melon app link in the Twitter group, if that makes sense.
Yeah. Oh, I can't on this one. I'm not blue over here.
He's not blue, da beat da.
Yes, you can. You can post links in the StreamYard group.
Yeah, put it in a private chat.
It is
the StreamYard group, the one that you're part of. You know, the one we post saying we're going live.
Oh no.
You can post a link for your Melon app videos on that too. You can put any link you want.
Oh,
because you're a part of the group.
Oh, Jim's private chat.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, Jim's private Facebook.
No, I'm not talking about Jim. I'm talking to him. Does that make sense what I'm saying?
Jim, not him. No, I'm confused.
Never mind. Forget it.
Jim, not him. Okay.
Forget it.
Well, don't get so upset.
No, it's just that I'm trying to make a point, and you guys are taking me off in two different directions. So let's just skip it.
No, if you guys got like a private chat thing going on Twitter, I don't know about it. So.
Yeah.
Well, I was just asking Jim if he understood what I was talking about.
There's a private chat. What's going on?
Yeah, there's a private chat everywhere.
There's a private chat?
Even in a Melon app, there's a private chat in there too. It's the same thing as StreamYards. There's just a lot more in there to play with.
There's also a lot more buggies.
Well, that's why it took me so long to do a test, because I was trying to build this and build that, pick this and pick that. Okay, I got.
Are you talking about bugs in the program, or are you talking about the learning curve?
Learning curve.
Well,
Yeah,
the learning curve, and
I don't mind the learning
using it.
curve. I don't mind the learning curve as long as it doesn't have bugs.
Oh no, I was on there as a guest, and I saw bugs right away. So,
Oh, okay.
Bugs where?
like the camera freezing on random people, even though we're all on high speed internet. You got to actually turn off your camera, even though it's not even hooked up to the PC, just for your avatar to show up. That type of stuff. Come on.
Interesting.
Anybody playing on Rumble at all?
Nope, I haven't even tried it.
I think I stream to it simultaneously, but I don't check out the channel very often because every time I go, it'll say 3 subscribers, 4 subscribers. There's just nobody there.
Yeah, I opened up an account and then ignored it.
Oh, kind of like I did with my Twitch channel. Maybe I should go back to it.
A lot of the political channels moved over there because they don't play politics like YouTube does. They just
yeah, Rumble's good for that. Rumble's good for all the stuff that YouTube doesn't allow. You know, the conspiracy theories, all that stuff.
I seen a poll on Twitter today. I can't remember who posted it, but they said, "Would you rather self-censor on YouTube or be yourself on Roku?"
Roku.
I didn't know Roku had a streaming.
They don't
for creators. Yeah.
They don't, right? They just make set-top boxes. So
I got a Roku TV sitting next to my monitor.
No, you know what happened is they probably put in Rumble and then there's autocorrect changed it and they hit enter and didn't fix the tweet, right? That's what happened.
Okay.
They probably meant Rumble because that's the one that's supposedly uncensored.
Well, if that's the case, I'd rather self-censor on YouTube because there's more exposure.
Yeah, that's just it. Nobody's on Rumble.
Yeah, I got a Rumble account too, and I put up a few videos. Kind of useless over there.
It is.
Sorry, Boomer, we didn't mean to get away from the movie or the chat. But hey.
No, that's quite all right. This is all educational, so let's see what.
And I did post my link in Facebook and in a Twitter twat. That little short video I made.
The tweeter twats.
The tweeter twatter. Suzanne says.
Oh, go ahead.
Oh, Suzanne says, "OMG, fellas, you want a gut-splitting laugh? Here it goes." So, Guy just posted that his downstairs neighbor installed a stripper pole in their place, and the screws are sticking through his floor. Hey, is he gonna have Beryl? Yeah, that chick's name Beryl from Housos, the Australian show. Is she gonna show up and do a personal dance for him?
Never know.
You never know.
That's what I was thinking, Suzanne, but I was thinking of 220 volts.
Car battery, yeah.
Shit.
Oh, damn. HURK. Was that HURK or Pops that said that? Their voices.
I said 220 volts is what I would do. Straight to the hottest.
Oh, okay. That was you, Pop. Okay.
Right.
Yeah, I like the car battery.
Car battery's not enough. You have to go through that floor and everything.
So you want them to actually shake on the pole and actually do
Yeah, minimum of 120 volts. But if you're close to a 220, I would do it.
Pop wants him to back that ass up and shake it on the pole.
Speaking of back that ass up, I've got to go. Guys, I'll catch you on the flip side. Until
Take care, Captain.
Thank you very much.
Thanks for showing
Thanks
up.
for having me on.
See you, Captain.
Ain't got time to talk about time travel. Until next time.
See you soon.
See you in the future.
What future?
Yeah, well. Okay,
Actually,
so
I'm not usually into movie remakes that are turned into musicals, but I wish I could see Spamalot. And this Back to the Future musical is supposed to be pretty good.
I'd like to see Spamalot.
Anyway, go ahead, guys.
Oh, anyway, we're looking at Keinholz's remains here, and the doctor is going to do an autopsy, and then she's going to cook dinner. Hopefully washing up first. And that's what he looks like. We'll get into what's going on.
He looks like a zombie.
Yeah, but he's not moving. And Bob is a little bit pissed off as Carruthers for not going after Gino, and the Major's telling him, no, he made the right call. And I love that bandage on his head.
I must be missing mine.
So they're listening in. They want to hear what goes on with the grenades, listening in on the intercom, getting close to the grate. Everybody's being dramatically listening in. Again, having these beauty shots of the crew is not new to Star Trek.
No, not at all. No.
And I'm kind of Star Trekked out, to be honest with you. Okay.
I know, and you can hear Jim's Star Trek thing in the background here as we talk about it.
What's banging?
I snagged the link to that Mellow View or whatever it is. I've got that up there.
Melon.
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 John Cougar Melon app. All right, there we go. Kaboom! Yeah, I think that I like the way you do a cap better with VLC. I got to get that figured out than doing the PowerPoint, because the PowerPoint just eats up more resources too, more screen time.
You mean Pop?
Pop, yeah, Pop.
So you're right, and VLC is, like I said, more flexible because if you decide, let's go ahead and play.
I'll have to play with that some more.
Yeah.
What's really going to be a headache is down the road. I plan to simulcast a watch party on Cosme and Discord at the same time, and we'll see what kind of cluster that's going to be.
See, I was going to do that this Sunday. I was going to do Cosme, and I was going to have a StreamYard open for the movie for the people like Suzanne that Cosme doesn't work for, which I'm still going to do.
Suzanne can get on Discord, so if you do it on Discord, and
you don't understand, Discord eats up so much system memory, it's not even funny. And this computer I had in storage for 3 years in a box only has 12 gigs of RAM in it.
Ooh.
So yeah, so I really need to watch what I'm doing. So I'm going to have Cosme in one window and a StreamYard in the other that people like Suzanne can go to and watch it in StreamYard where everybody's automatically muted so they can just watch the movie. Okay. And
you're not going to go on YouTube with it though. You're just going to keep it running in StreamYard.
Yes, exactly. And then I'll still have the StreamYard with me and whoever's on panel with me that they can still hear us. So they can come to the public stream and hear me yip-yapping with whoever's on panel with me. Or they could also choose Cosme and watch it there, or a StreamYard link and watch it there. But it's not going to be broadcast on YouTube until me and Pop and whoever else wants to learn how to do this can get together with Pop and figure out how we get VLC to work the right way so we can do the slideshow and just show it on the screen.
VLC integrates with Discord. Because I ran a movie on Discord using VLC. That's what we did the 13th floor with. And it actually worked pretty good. The only headaches we had were audio headaches, and I think I've got those debugged at my end.
So you can run a movie without having to worry about censorship on Discord?
Yes. Yeah.
Oh, okay. That's interesting.
It's pretty cool. And VLC integrates into it really easily. I think I'm still figuring out Discord, but I think you.
Is it better than Cosme? I guess my question is it more reliable than Cosme? Because Cosme's terrible.
Yeah, that's what I want, because Discord eats up so much system resources, even if you open it in the browser.
I've been doing Cosme with a different browser, and I've been using this Opera GT or Opera GX.
Yeah, see, I'm not trying to do all that, though. I just want everything in one browser and click tab to tab to tab to tab to see what's going on.
Opera GX browser, and it runs good with Cosme.
Well, it runs fine on my Chrome. The thing is, I don't want the extra program active eating up memory.
I'm running about 20 on my memory here. I think this thing maxes at 20.
20 what? Megs? Gigs?
Yeah, megs, gigs, whatever you measure memory in.
Well, there's a big difference.
These days it's gig, I'm sure. If you're talking about RAM, physical installed RAM.
Yeah, see,
running, that's different.
That's what I'm saying. I'm running a 12 gig system.
Yeah, I have a little cheap laptop, but I popped 32 into it because what I had wasn't enough. I think it came with 4.
And the only reason this thing isn't spittering and sputtering right now is because it was actually designed to be used in an office setting, a professional office setting. It has a Core i7 in it. That's the only thing saving me right now.
Yeah, they weren't expecting to do a lot with it. They buy them in bulk.
I've had this in storage for 4 years in a box sitting in the corner of my apartment. I had completely forgotten about it until today when I was trying to set up my old computer, my old Dell that has a Core i7 in it. But no, it just beeped at me. Beep, 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 no matter what I did.
No.
So, yeah, it just sat too long. So I remembered I had this one, little HP office use thing. And I'm like, cool beans. And it works. And that's what I'm using.
Cool beans.
So literally, yeah, I have no video output capability. You know, I mean, obviously I can show whatever I'm showing on the computer, share screen, whatever, that's fine. But I have, you know, damn good high-speed internet. But the system limitations is I don't want that many things open because I only have 12 gigs of RAM.
Yep. I think that's Gorilla's problem too. I think you could probably use a little more RAM.
Yeah. I'm running 20 megabytes. But even
Plus it
running
has-
everything I'm doing right now, I still have like 14 available.
Well, here's the other thing. It only has it has 2 display ports in the back, and the monitor I have has DVI. So I tried a DVI to display port because it does have display port in the back of it, as old as it is. But that wouldn't work. So I had to use the SVGA, the blue connectors,
The older one.
for the monitor. Yeah, and it has integrated Intel graphics. So I'm not going to be doing any gaming on this, obviously.
No.
But as far as internet goes and sharing screens, I can do that, right? I just don't want to use any programs that I don't have to that are resource intensive. That's my whole thing.
Right, and with the way I do it, you're just using the one browser and VLC.
Right, and that's how I want to do it. So we need to get together, Pop, sometime so I can.
What browser are you using?
Chrome.
Okay, I do recommend Brave, but I don't. It's not necessary, but it's much better. And Streamline uses less memory than Chrome.
I've been using Brave also. I like it.
I've never even heard of that.
It has built-in pop-up blockers, and there's no YouTube ads.
Yep.
Okay. Oh, sweet. So I don't have to have like extensions on it.
Or extensions, or have to pay for it. Right? There's zero YouTube ads, unless the YouTubers put the ads inside their videos. Then I fast forward through it. But,
well, I thought that's what an ad blocker was for. I mean, that's what ad blocker in Chrome does. It gets rid of it.
I'm
talking about when a YouTuber posts a video and says this video is sponsored, and then they advertise a product.
When it's okay.
Right, I'm talking about that, right? But otherwise, not right. And Brave, but Brave is excellent because it'll avoid most without adding a bunch of plugins. It'll do all this, pop-ups, block, all this. It's very safe, and you can also put it on your phone and all your tablets, whatever you got.
Oh, that's interesting.
I've been using it for years. It's like I said, it uses less memory than Chrome. It's not a big hog.
Yeah, I'm
it's
interested.
good on your tablets and your phone too.
Yes.
Oh,
Brave,
awesome.
BRAVE, free.
Okay, I've been taking notes all evening as we talk about this stuff.
Brave. I think I can remember that. That was the name of a children's movie back in the day.
You think?
I try not to. It hurts my brain.
Ooh, it does hurt sometimes.
Jeez.
But no, Pop. I do want to get talk with you sometime on this VLC thing. So.
Damn.
Yeah, it would be easy.
I've been trying to do this for years, and you're the first one that's actually offered to help. So
Maybe we need to do a tutorial stream, a tutorial live stream with us all. Let's see.
That could be done.
I don't know if you could read that. Maybe you can't.
Let me enlarge it and see.
device specifications.
Yeah, I'm running an i7 at 256 2.67
Oh.
gigahertz.
How do you
Installed
get-
RAM.
Memory.
How do you get 20 gigs of RAM? I never heard of that number. It's like usually 16, 24, 32.
Yeah,
This
by
is
divisibles of 2.
Interesting.
I almost
yeah,
said dividends.
it's a Corsair memory.
Well, I've got Corsair Vengeance 32 gigs, but the style of laptop memory it is out of my mini PC is too new for this little office thing I got, which really
And-
sucks.
And I'm also running Windows 10 Pro on this machine too. So
I'm
I don't
running
know
that
if makes a
too.
difference.
So yeah, I'm
The
running
same
that
here.
too.
I
I'm
just
running
had
Windows
an
10,
interesting
I'm-
experience the other day that I had to fix in case you guys run into this. I was just on YouTube, just going to my various subscriptions, and I could not load the darn video. Chat was running, but I just got the little circle of death for the videos. And I was Googling the problem, and there was all these useless suggestions which amounted to updating Windows and updating Java, which I did, and it all started working fine again. Also, it eliminated, while I was doing that, I was able to upgrade the software for my preamp and for voice mod, which is integrated with my preamp right now, which is how I can get some.
Is that the
timbre in my
one?
voice.
Oh, so that's not the one that makes you sound like Stephen Amore.
Oh no, yeah, I've cleaned up my. I had 2 preamps running on here. One of the preamps had a built-in soundboard, and I've got the software soundboard, so that was kind of like overkill. And so I'm down to the PreSonus preamp and the mic that came with us. And I think Scobely's familiar with PreSonus. But I've got the audio,
Yeah, he could
digital
be.
audio
as a
studio for that too, but I haven't learned to use it yet.
Yeah, as a musician, he very well could be familiar with.
Yeah. So it's working pretty good now. If I remember to boot things up in my startup properly, I've got the background software for the preamp and voice mod coming up in the startup menu. So when I boot up the machine, everything comes online.
Well, do you know how to get into your startup menu to eliminate everything you don't want?
Oh yeah,
to do?
yeah.
You go to
2 things in my startup now.
You go to your start menu, you click the search bar, you type config.bat, config.bat. That takes you straight to your startup boot sequence. It tells you every program in your boot sequence, what's there, and you can uncheck everything you don't want to boot up with the computer. You can literally speed up your boot time by half a minute, literally in some cases.
This thing boots up really fast. Once I got things clean, I got it reloaded with the 10 Pro, and I got the memory bugaboos taken care of that were causing me no end of headaches because of the overheat.
The bugaboos?
And the bugaboos. And the other thing is I've got this case up on, those little flat furniture dollies for sliding furniture around. I've got it sitting up on that, so there's like almost 6 inches underneath this thing for airflow, and that's helped quite a bit too. And I've got a couple more fans I got to install in it.
Yeah,
Plus, it's got a liquid cool fan for the CPU.
Oh, you got liquid cooling. Shit.
Yeah. And
So
then
yeah,
it's running.
You definitely got way more hardware than I do. I just got like a little, mass-produced thing for office.
I can't help it. I worked like 40 years in computer tech support, and
Well, I've been building computers on my own for the last 20 years, but when you don't have money and you got to just, use what you can find.
well, I don't have money either. I just have debt.
I don't even have debt. They won't give me credit cards.
Oh, I don't want any more credit cards. I get these letters saying, we upped your limit. I go, no. I locked everything away. I got myself in deep duty.
That's why to keep up in the limit. They want you in more and more debts. You pay them more and more.
I'm in payoff mode. Anything I buy now, it goes on my debit card, so it comes out of my account. My checking account.
You're poor when you're so poor they won't even give you a credit card to get in more debt.
Right.
Oh yeah.
Even though I don't have outstanding debt, I just am so poor income wise. They won't even give me a credit card to get into debt.
And you want to watch out for those easy credit cards because they'll just get you in more trouble.
Yeah, you got a $500 limit, but it comes with $495 charged to it. Just pay the monthly fee.
35% interest, right?
Yeah, exactly. 35% interest.
Yeah, you do a bankruptcy, and then they're all over you like vultures trying to give you these things. Get your
they are till it's finalized. My mom and stepdad.
So anyway, on with the movie. Jimmy hears the explosion, so he's kind of happy. But our friend here manages to crawl through the grate, wiggle around in the smoke.
Ooh, the obligatory
he's still moving. Oh no.
I love those old 40s radios. Those are awesome.
I love these old science fiction movies.
Good old vacuum tubes. I remember turning them on and you have to wait for them to warm up.
Yep. My grandma had a big old stereo, about 8 foot wide, 3 foot deep. Yeah. All vacuum tubes.
Yeah, I guarantee it wasn't stereo. It was definitely mono.
Oh, it was mono, yeah.
I still have my first transistor radio that my uncle gave me that I used to listen to Dodger games on.
You mean the 9-volt battery?
Yeah, the little compact transistor radio that I used to. Actually, does it run on 9 volts or does it run double A? No, it's got 9 volts in it, and it still works. And actually, I detuned it so I could listen to the police channels when the Watts riots were going on.
Hey, here's one for the kids. You know how to get a quick boost of energy? Touch your tongue to a 9 volt.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I used to do that to test to see if it had a charge.
Yeah. It didn't hurt, so this one's no good.
Just a tingle.
It's just a tingle. My tongue didn't flop out of the mouth.
So our boy's struggling around in the smoke, but he's okay. Pounding on things. So they very carefully, with poor trigger finger discipline.
Look at those 1911s in their hands. Look at that.
Everybody's finger on the trigger, which as long as the hammer's down, I guess you're okay, but still bad discipline.
Is safety on or off? I mean, you shouldn't never have your finger on a trigger. It should always be pointed down the barrel of the gun unless you're actually
I know. Yeah. But this is a movie with actors. This predates the people learning how to shoot. Like the TV show. If you remember the TV show Simon and Simon.
Yes, I do.
They were both shooters in real life. And they insisted on proper firearms handling.
Yeah, they always had their finger right down straight, perpendicular with the barrel until they were ready to shoot.
And Miami Vice also, because Don Johnson's a shooter and almost, I think, knew his way around guns. And especially the good guys, at least, were doing things properly on Miami Vice.
I just wish you. Never mind, I ain't going to say it here. We're not going. Go ahead, continue with the movie, but
okay. Just what this movie?
Yeah, the one we're watching. Yeah.
What were you going to say? Go ahead.
Oh, I was just going to say, well, I really don't want to say it here. It's kind of a negative thing, so I didn't want to say it.
It's kind of a negative what?
A negative thing.
What, the movie?
No. What, my comment?
Negative
content. You don't like the movie. That's okay.
No, I like the movie. My comment about was I just wish all these young kids going into law enforcement would learn proper procedures of keeping your finger perpendicular to the barrel and not hovering over triggers.
Well, if they go into law enforcement training, they're going to be trained not to do that. They're going to be trained how to operate it properly. The thing you can't do, the bad news is and this is the problem with a lot of cops, if someone's a bad shot, they're a bad shot. And usually training doesn't help. And that's why cops are trained to shoot at what's called the trunk.
Right, the center mass.
When people say, why don't you shoot the leg? Why don't you shoot the gun out of their hand?
You can't
because cops, most of them, cops are bad shots.
Even a specialty shooter would have a hard time hitting a hand that's flailing. It's like shoot the knife out of the hand.
Yeah, the guy.
No, but like I'm not a good shot enough where I can aim for certain parts of the body because I'm a good sharpshooter.
It doesn't matter
But
how
most
good a
cops
shot you
aren't.
are. If something's running away from you, you're going to have a hard time hitting a limb versus the big center of mass.
Well, it depends on how far they are from you and how fast they're moving.
Right,
Like,
right.
Like you guys know what clay shooting is, right? Where they shoot the clay.
Yeah, clay pigeon. Yeah.
I can get 100 out of 100. And not only that,
Damn.
but just to try it out, we were up in the mountains, and what my friend did is he lowered it to the ground, to where when it shot out, it was like running and bouncing like a rabbit would do, and I got him every time.
That's
I'm
good.
a real good shot.
That's shooting that is shooting the hair off of
right.
Hair
If
off
I was
at 100 yards.
I'm a very good hunter. So, but cops, when you hire a group of people, just because they pass all the other tests, you can't make them a good shot. So that's why most of them just shoot for the mass, because they, there's like me. I could, if I wanted to, I could shoot them in the leg. But
right, you could say just shoot them in the kneecaps and be like, "Bitch, I warned you."
Right.
But I also think at the same time, okay, put myself in those shoes in a split-second decision. If I thought somebody was coming at me,
well, I'd shoot them in the ass, but I wouldn't shoot them in the trunk where I might hit their heart.
Right.
You don't want to shoot somebody that's running away from you anyway, because you'd be.
Well, no, and that's the thing. There's a lot of that happening. It's like, well, what threat were they to you?
Well,
they were going the other way.
Especially the fat cops. I knew one, and I always said about that. I go, well, you're overweight and everything. What if the guy's running? He goes, well, they can't run faster than a bullet. Ha 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 ha.
Okay, I could see that if he was like Jackie Chan coming at you with.
Well, what if he's running at you? I was going to say, if he's running at you.
Well, the number one rule is, if you're facing off with a guy with a gun, you charge a guy with a gun. If he's coming at you with a knife, you run away from the knife.
Yeah, rush a gun, flee a knife.
I could easily disarm a guy with a knife.
Then again, a smart man will never get a knife fight.
You ain't that smart.
Lol, your boy does that. Does what, Suzanne? That was 2 minutes ago, so I don't know what we were talking about.
I have
old timers. So I'm getting old.
I never did figure out all the compartments on this ship, but apparently there's a central core, and then you have surrounding central core, you have all these other compartments. So, judging from that, it's a pretty damn big ship.
Well, yeah, especially for a small little saucer. Oh, wait, is this saucer shaped or?
No, it's not. This one's not a saucer.
Okay. Oh, it's a rocket ship XM. That's right.
Yeah, but it's bigger on the inside than the XM was.
State of the art.
Because quantum physics.
So we're it's a TARDIS. So we're looking for looking to see what the grenades did. And of course, the colonel steps back and has the lieutenant go in first.
Suzanne was commenting that her boy sticks his tongue on the battery.
Yeah.
Oh, nice. Well, just remember, Suzanne, if he zaps his tongue, it's got pizzazz.
If he sticks it to a stripper pole and then licks that.
Hey, get tested.
I'll be right back. I'm going to grab something to drink.
Okay, Pop.
This guy, one thing I get about this, Paul Langston plays Jimmy, and he looks so familiar to me, like I've seen him in a lot of these kind of movies. But it's just like, he seems to be a really good actor, because he gets these looks on, like...
He's look at him, he's like, what?
Yeah, he's not overly hammy. He just looks like he's really surprised, and I wonder if they did that to him on purpose.
Yeah, that's like a genuine emotion.
Yeah, and they had the monster grabs the Garand and kind of twisted into a pretzel there.
Oh, no.
Let's get the hell out of here.
Oh, okay.
That looks pretty real, too.
Okay, Suzanne, we'll be right here. Take your time, girl.
Yeah, we ain't going anywhere.
All right, let's plug that guy. The grenades didn't do anything, so we're going to keep shooting it anyway.
Nothing like a monster suit behind a veil of fog.
Yeah. Oh, there's a story on the suit too. So he's carrying the hell out of the door now.
Oh, I think you said it earlier. It's like one of the crew members, ain't it?
That is a good clip. That's a good shot there. I lucked out getting that clip, timed it just right.
Look at that, like almost a double shot coming out of that 1911. That can't happen.
All right. There's a little more clear view of the guy's face.
He looks like the Grinch.
All right, so we're having a discussion. Well, bullets didn't do it. Grenades didn't do it. What the hell are we going to do next? Well, let's try gas. So, of course, they have gas grenades in the cabinet. All the loose bottles.
Well, didn't you know Star Trek called that flood the decks with neurozine gas?
There you go. So the late Gino created all these gas bombs. So
yeah, kind of like they used to have in prisons back in the 1920s. They had all these big canisters of pepper spray and these big canisters and all the penitentiaries back in the day, back in the 20s. And all they had to do was hit like a master alarm for that area, and it'd release all this pepper gas into that area. So that's basically what that is.
I gotta get me a be right back thing for me. I have an idea what I want to do. All right, so we're going to pop the center hatch, and we're going to try and gas this sucker. So we have our World War II gas masks, and he's approaching the stairs anyway, so let's pop them, drop those things down there.
Look, it's the
Rolling
Master
around in the
Avengers.
smoke, and they close the hatch and give it a little bit, see what happens. And they open it up, and gee, look at that.
Is that where Alien? Is that where Alien got that scene from?
Just grabs him by the foot and rips the hell out of his foot.
There you go.
Because
Sucker.
How do I know it's gone? Because I shoved it out of the airlock. That's how I know.
Are you sure about that?
Well, that's what Ripley said in Aliens.
yeah. So look, he's still dragging poor old Gino around.
Poor Gino.
A rough life. A rough death. All right. What the hell do we do now is basically what they're talking about.
Oh, my gosh. Look at those early Cold War gas masks.
Oh, bye.
So Doc has finished her autopsy, and Will Kindholtz has basically sucked dry of every bit of fluid, every bit of oxygen in his body. No punctures, so it's probably through osmosis, of course.
Or maybe they kissed him to death.
Well, maybe. Well, they figure, well, that's how the creature survives on Mars. It preys on smaller creatures and just kind of basically sucks the life out of them.
You know, I'm starting to see why you like that movie, Last Days on Mars.
Last Days on Mars?
Yeah, the one we watched a couple weeks ago.
That's a good movie. I got some good. Have you ever seen the TV show Defying Gravity? It's another one that got. I refer to it as Fox. That got canceled just as it was getting its legs under it, but it was pretty good.
Never heard of that.
Yeah, it's a good show. It's a good show.
I like Black Mirror. They had some good episodes. They had a Star Trek episode, like Star Trek.
I saw the first episode with the Prime Minister screwing the pig, and that kind of did it for me.
Yeah, it got better after that.
Oh, good. Okay. But of course, Van Heusen has an infection setting in from getting all clogged by the alien.
Are you sure it's not?
Okay, so here we go. Some people posit that life on Earth, the basic elements, came here from Mars way back in the day when the planets were getting pounded to pieces. And so we would have a biological commonality with Martians.
Well, there is a theory that somebody posited that Mars used to be Earth-like, and a big old comet struck Mars and spewed like some of its water and atmosphere directly into Earth's path. and Earth picked it up and became basically New Mars.
They
Well,
have
I
discovered
heard-
Martian rocks or Martian-based rocks here on Earth. That's the
Well,
thing. In fact,
from
Avi
what
Loeb, another good guy to follow, is a scientist. He's the one who wanted to go visit Oumuamua before it got away from us and everybody. But he went out and he went out on this expedition and found some extraterrestrial, not extraterrestrial, but extrasolar, interplanetary type chemicals from a meteor that came in from out of the solar system.
Well, then just say interplanetary because extrasolar means outside of our solar.
Yeah, that's where it came from. It came from interstellar space.
Oh,
Outside the
okay.
solar system.
Extrasolar,
Yeah.
interstellar. Okay.
Yeah. And anyway, that's another good channel. I've got so many science channels that I can't keep up with the damn things. But anyway, meanwhile, the monster's busting up more things. He's finding he can bust through the central hatches.
Uh-oh.
So it's just exploring the ship and testing its limits, and it's not stupid. That's the thing. It's not stupid. Or she's apologizing for ever thinking he might have been a murderer.
I'm so sorry.
That's okay, dear.
Yeah, would you like to have some tea?
While I steal you away from Van Heusen,
I
who's
should
dying
go.
now anyway. And he notices that, and he's not happy. That's his girl, damn it.
Hey, leave my woman alone.
Anyway, we're listening in on the intercom, trying to figure out what the hell's going on. But they have another plan. They have all sorts of plans in this movie. Keep trying different things. So we will look at this highly technical diagram of the spaceship. And there it is. Not to scale.
Alrighty then.
Yeah, it's not to scale. Because the difference, the central core is really wide and the outer compartments are really skinny, which is not the case, apparently. So what they're going to do is they're going to go out and down and around to come up behind the monster. Because there's an airlock at every level. So they're suiting up. Oh, where's my thing? There it is. All right. So they got these kind of mushy looking suits that are suits of the day. And there they go. And oh, look, that's a traveling mat. Just see the little bit of mat around the two guys.
Hmm.
That's also something that did not originate with Star Trek.
Oh no,
If you watch
they've had those around since the silent movies. Even
Yeah,
Metropolis
traveling
used
mat.
traveling mat.
Yeah.
I had to go take a
I
Gelovia.
am going to invest in the what do you call it? The higher quality version of the original series.
Oh, the Blu-ray.
Yeah, whatever the latest and greatest.
Oh,
I don't have a
you mean
4K
the
setup.
yeah, you mean the one with the enhanced special effects? Yes.
The enhanced one for for the original series.
Yeah,
I was thinking about that. I don't even own a Blu-ray player, but I just might have to buy one just for that.
Well, that's been
Yeah.
out for years. I thought it was on DVD.
Well, yeah, but he wants the Blu-ray. You know, the higher.
Yeah, I've got a Blu-ray player, and it turns out I actually have an HD TV that I didn't even know I had.
Oh, okay.
I had
sister-in-law
a
gave it to me.
I had a Blu-ray player in an old HP gaming laptop back in 2009. The only
Wow.
problem was every time I tried to use it, put a Blu-ray in it, the thing overheated so bad. It like literally tried to melt itself down from. But that was back in 2009 when Blu-ray was like the hottest thing on the market.
Yeah, I have a PS3 which plays Blu-ray. I forgot about that in storage.
And it probably
Well,
does the same thing. It
Yeah,
overheats itself.
well, no, it's got a fan that I bought that you hook up to the side of it.
Oh, okay, yeah, but you still needed to put extra cooling on it. That's what.
Right, but I'm glad because that's why it still works. A lot of them burned up. But yeah, these days you can get an external Blu-ray burner player for under $100. So yeah.
Now, does
I've
that
got a
hook up to
USB
USB 3.2 or 4.0, whatever they're up to?
3 or whatever the newest. Yeah, they have different ones.
Yeah, the blue one, right? It's the blue colored one on the back.
Yeah.
I've got
Awesome.
a Blu-ray player, a Blu-ray drive in the computer, but the other day when I was getting ready to do to capture the Maltese Falcon, it wouldn't play the Blu-ray.
Copyright
Now,
protection,
I don't
maybe.
know if it's just a software thing where actually I had all sorts of weird problems with it.
But the other movies play fine or record fine.
Yeah. Now the thing
like
is,
a software.
it wouldn't let me do a screen capture is what it was.
Yeah, it sounds like software. Like
yeah.
that's copyright card.
If you can't screen cap, here's what you do. You put it in full
Well,
screen.
I got the regular version. I got the regular version.
Here's the thing.
And I was able to do that right. It wasn't protected.
Oh, well, here's the thing. You can do it without it being protected or whatever. You just put it in full screen, hit your Windows key, and hit print screen, and you can take all the screenshots you want.
Well, I wanted to I captured the whole movie. I wanted to have it on disc.
Well, there you go.
On the hard drive.
Yeah, he wants the video.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
I was trying to tell you I was trying to tell you the poor guy's way of doing it.
Yeah, any of the movies I do like on either Cosme or Discord now, they're native on the computer now because there's just one less.
Well, I'm still gonna stream mine because given the limited memory 12 gigs in this little office PC, I'd rather use my internet connection to run shit, which is very, 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 very high speed internet, instead of the hardware aspect, which is next to nothing.
Well, I don't have fiber into the house, but I'm about 50 yards from the fiber.
Well, I don't have. Well, okay, I'll put it this way: it's fiber up until it hits my building, then it's gone.
Yeah, I'm kind of in the same situation as far as it goes.
And that's through Charter. So.
Yeah, I got AT&T. And it's actually working pretty good.
That shows my age. Charter. It's called Spectrum now, you think?
Oh, yeah. We didn't even have fiber in San Diego because Cox Cable had the whole area locked up for a long time.
Oh, we got 3 different fibers running through our back alley behind the building. We got Spectrum, we got the one right across the street, and we got some other ones.
Huh.
And that's running through the alley downtown in this college town.
Yeah, it's pretty effective. I can't believe how fast it runs.
It is. And you know the funny thing, every time I get on StreamYard to do a stream, every time that before I had my own internet that I actually paid for myself, I get on StreamYard using somebody else's internet. It didn't come up with no issues about your signal might be weak with StreamYard, right? Ever since I've been plugging my computer straight into my modem, it comes up, oh, you have a weak signal. Fuck you, StreamYard. You wouldn't know a weak signal from a strong signal if it fucking kicked you in the nuts. So, yeah, StreamYard is fucked in that regard. Sorry about the language. StreamYard, I love StreamYard, but it has its issues.
All right. So the plan is a simple one. While the rest tried to hold the attention of the beast with their talking footsteps, we'll attempt to get to a level below the monster. Our only hope is this will be the last attempt we have to kill the thing. That's kind of an awkward sentence.
Who are you calling a troglodyte, you beautiful swan, Suzanne? We love you.
So he's paying attention to the noise above that they're making. Now, if you actually listen to the movie, everything he's listening to
go back to
all audio tracks from earlier in the movie. So you hear people talking who are dead now.
Go back to the spacesuit. That shit looked real.
With the fabric helmet?
Yeah, but no, just for that brief scene, it looked real. It looked like some shit from 2001, The Space Odyssey. No, back before that one. Oh, shit.
Those?
No, he was like standing upright, and then like the rocket was there. No, forward. I just seen it for like half a second, and then you switch the screen.
That's the first shot of the space.
Yeah, he was on the left-hand side with the full spacesuit, the helmet, and everything. No, it was after. Yeah, sorry.
Oh, okay. In the airlock?
Yes. There. Yes. Look at that spacesuit. That looks realistic. That is what Kubrick did in 2001.
All right. So what they're going to do now, they're going to try and electrify the guy. Since grenades, gas, and bullets have failed to stop the beast, or perhaps it can be electrocuted. So they're just going through all the different ways to kill something.
The only drawback is it ain't human.
Yeah. So they're wiring it up and welding the wires to the stairs. And they open the hatch above them to tempt the creature.
So wait a minute. Wait a minute. Are they saying they'd feel better about killing it if it was human?
I suppose.
What's that say about human?
If people are evil, creatures are innocent, I guess, but not this one. So anyway, opening up the hatch, entice it to come down the stairs, and there he is getting all zapped to pieces. And all they do is piss him off some more. And Jimmy gets stuck in a corner with his welding torch and gets his helmet all mashed up. And Carruthers runs into the airlock, and the creature manages not to catch him. So Jimmy's down there. He's all busted down in the corner, but he's got his torch to keep the creature away, which seems to not like fire, which kind of makes you wonder why they didn't try to burn it. But you know, when you're like 7 or 8 years old and watching this movie, you don't think about this.
Kind of like
when you're a kid, when you're that old, this movie is scary as shit.
Yeah, it's kind of like when I was a kid watching Saturn III with Kirk Douglas.
Oh, there you go. The best thing about Saturn III was Harvey Keitel. He was just so good in that.
I know, wasn't he, though?
Yeah.
Kirk Douglas, Farrah Fawcett, and Harvey Keitel.
Yeah.
And that was the movie the only movie where you could see exactly how flat-chested Farrah Fawcett was. She's built like a 12-year-old boy.
Yeah,
what I'm saying is, whenever you see her in Charlie, when she was in Charlie's Angels, and whenever you saw her movies and acting, she always wore falsies. But there's a small scene where she's making love to Kirk Douglas, and there's a flash, and she's she's built like a boy, flat-chested.
Yep, in their quarters. I remember that.
Yep.
Well, she was in Logan's Run, too.
Yeah, that's where she got her debut.
Yeah. And then she was on the $6 Million Man because she was married to Lee Majors.
Right. Yep. But I always thought that she was built like a Pez dispenser, flat with a big head.
Pez dispenser. Jeez. She's just a bobblehead with a flat disc.
I still have my Farrah Fawcett mug here. In fact, it's on my desk.
Well, I remember, the thing is I remember the competing posters at the time. The two biggest ones was Farrah Fawcett and Adrienne Barbeau. And Adrienne Barbeau was much better in every other way. In every possible way. So I had Adrienne's on my wall instead of Farrah Fawcett's.
The problem is, for kids of the 80s like me that were born in 76, we don't even know who the other chick was you're talking about. We grew up with Farrah.
There's Farrah.
I can't say it. Oh, it's on your screen. You got to bigify yourself.
How do I bigify myself?
Let's see that up in the upper left corner where it has that little screen by your name? Click that.
Those little dots.
No, it should just be like a little square, and it
Where it
should.
says solo layout?
Yes.
I hate doing that. Ah, that's me. I'm old. Yeah, there's
Yep.
Farrah.
That's true. That's parafalsies. Even back then, that's what we used to call our parafalsies.
Oh, that's.
Oh, that's okay. My honey was Lindsay Wagner.
Well, she was okay, but Adrian Barbeau was full breasted. I'll put it that way.
Yeah,
Even Lindsay Wagner was a little flat up there.
Okay,
I'm kind of the other way. So.
Yeah,
And the brunette. Oh yeah.
You can
as far as my
smallify
preferences
yourself.
go. How do I get out of this now?
You just click the one you just clicked.
The same thing, and you exit solo layout.
Yep.
Doesn't give me that option.
Well,
no.
You're stuck.
Oh no!
You're stuck in solo layout hell.
Oh no!
Now when I hover over the CBS logo.
No. Okay, you see down on the bottom where your icon is, right?
Oh, okay.
There you go.
See, I don't mind doing this because I'm learning a bunch of stuff.
Yeah,
about
this is good
crap.
practice for you. Exactly. It's good.
Yeah,
practice.
yeah. I have absolutely no problem with all the caps in the chat. How about that?
He said, "Bigify yourself."
Well, good luck, Captain. And yes, Suzanne.
He's
Yes, we
correcting
did
our
notice
English.
when you left.
All right.
Wagner over Fawcett minus Majors.
No, I'll take Adrian Barbeau.
Who? Darren Wagner? Fuck that
Well,
flat earther.
Ryan O'Neal stole Farrah Fawcett from Lee Majors. Lee Majors was going off to do a movie, and he asked his buddy Ryan O'Neal to look after her, and he did.
Oh, that's smart.
Yeah. That's
I
what
never
happened there.
Ryan
never
O'Neal
even-
was a bigger star too, making more money at the time, so that makes sense
Yeah.
also.
Yeah.
See, I'm
I
such-
used to have a publicity photo of Lindsay Wagner in a nice frame sitting on a cabinet in my
Lindsay
living room,
Wagner.
and people wouldn't recognize her. I just tell people that was my girlfriend. Of course, that
Oh, there you go.
was like in what the
I'm
Yeah,
such a
so-
young, and I didn't even know about Lee Majors till the Fall Guy came out. I'm just a little kid with my popcorn and my 8 o'clock snack watching the Fall Guy in this big 2-tone Chevy truck. I didn't even know what the show was about. I was just having
Yeah, I tried watching the Fall Guy, and it's like, oh no, it's just not as good as the $16 Man.
oh, the remake was worse. They did a remake of it, and it was just awful.
Of what, the Fall Guy?
I agree with you, Cap.
Lindsay Wagner was hotter than Farrah Fawcett Majors.
Doesn't matter.
Yeah,
Adrian
darn
Barbeau was
dang.
hotter than both of them combined. Doesn't matter.
Well, opinions are subjective. That's all I have to say about that.
Pop lives by that song. Do you like boobs a lot? Yes, I like boobs a lot.
No, it's not. That's not just that. But she was more beautiful, and she was smarter than them. And she was, when you see her acting. By the way, she was a bigger, more prolific actress than the other two. And when you see her in movies, you could tell she's a better actress, and she's tough. She was in Escape from New York. She was in The Fog. She was in Swamp Thing.
Escape
I
from
could go
New
on
York?
and on.
Yes.
She was the chick that was in Escape from New York with the bad guy.
Oh,
She was married to John Carpenter. She was
married to John
hot.
Carpenter, the writer.
A director, right? Right.
Well, he's also a writer.
Yes, he wrote a lot of his movies, but yeah, and he's a musician. I have some of his albums.
And
But that's what it's called.
he wrote novels as well.
Yes, but she was hot.
That was a
Yeah.
hot-looking chick, yes.
If you saw The
Snake.
Fog, she was the radio announcer at Antonio Bay, so on and so forth. She showed her boobs in Swamp Thing.
Opinions are like Steve. Every MFer got one. What, a Steve?
Who's Steve?
Who's Steve? Besides my late dad.
Wow.
That's okay. He passed in 05, so I'm, it's
I had
been
a lot of
long.
Bobs in my
Well, mine
family.
came to
Dad was
bucket in
Bob.
2003.
It still hurts, but it's been long enough I can make a joke like that. As long as it's not directly related. Don't get me wrong. I love my dad. He served this country for 25 years in the military. So
I can't remember the gentleman's name, but the actor that's in the center of the screen, I recognize him the most out of all those
That's
people.
Dabney Coleman.
Dabney Coleman.
No,
We
afraid
do
it's not
a
Dabney
special
Coleman.
shout out to Dabney Coleman earlier.
Nope, Dabney Coleman was later. But the guy I was talking about,
Dabs Greer. I'm sorry, my bad, Dabs Greer.
yes, that's more like it. And he has a more prolific career than I'd say the most of them. And usually plays a bad guy.
You boomer, you had me cheering the wrong actor.
Dabney Coleman came later.
Good Lord.
Oh, a guy that needs some pizzazz. That's Steve. Okay, we know what Steve you're talking about, Cap.
What are you looking for?
I'm looking for Dabney. Or Dabs.
There he is.
That's
him.
just a nickname. It's not short for anything. There he is.
Yeah, he had a much more prolific career than all of them.
Oh, he did. He
did a lot of good stuff.
290 film and television productions.
All the way up to the Green Mile.
Yep. He was the first person to be saved by George Reeves' Superman in 1952.
Very cool.
Yeah. He's like I was saying, if you're gonna work consistently, you want to be a really good character actor.
Yep. And be versatile.
Or you can be like Wilford Brimley. He's always Wilford Brimley.
Yeah,
Always
and John
reminded me of Will
Houseman's another one. It's just John Houseman, right?
Yeah. John Houseman got big on TV with The Paper Chase.
He did, but it's just that it's John Houseman playing John Houseman. Everything you see,
Yes.
every movie, every TV show, it's just John Houseman. Like John Wayne. John Wayne's John Wayne, right?
John Wayne. Tom Cruise.
Yeah, that's why I don't like Tom Cruise. I've yet to sit through. No, I unfortunately I paid to sit through War of the Worlds because I was such a fan of the book, and all the more reason now I know why I don't like Tom Cruise.
Oh, my favorite War of the Worlds is the one from '52 with Gene Barry. So
No, he was in War of the Worlds. I'm talking about the Time Machine.
Say what?
No, War of the Worlds. No, I'm sorry, I got it mixed up. You're right. War of the Worlds, the original with Gene Barry. Yes, I agree.
Yeah, you're confusing the hell out of me. You're talking about two different movies.
Well, no, but the reason why is because I was mentioning that I was a fan of the book of War of the Worlds, and I started thinking about H.G. Wells, and then I got mixed up with the Time Machine. So.
Yeah, and then Orson Welles did War of the Worlds radio thing that sent
yes, Halloween 1938.
Yes.
That's
why you kind of confessed me there.
That's the only thing. Did you guys notice? I don't know if you guys saw that shitty remake that Steven Spielberg did with Tom Cruise, where at the end it did have the two original people from the movie.
Yes, it sucks. I hate that version.
They got no lines in it.
And they made a sequel and it didn't even have Tom Cruise.
God, I'm glad I didn't see that. And I used to be a big fan of Steven Spielberg. He used to do no wrong, and now all he makes is shit. Starting with Minority. Well, whatever.
The only Tom Cruise movies.
Hey, I'm American. I say shite and shit synonymous.
The only Tom Cruise movies I like are the two Top Gun movies. And
you like the second one? It wasn't bad.
Anything with airplanes I like.
Well, especially with the F-14. I mean, come on.
But watch the one he did with Emily Blunt.
Emily Blunt, you're a nasty. Mm-hmm.
What does she look like?
Oh, come on! Why do you just hate all these women I like?
I see. I don't do names. I like. Is that chick hot? Is that one? I don't know.
She looked good in that movie. That's all I care about.
In that movie.
Okay.
Well, she looks good. She looks good all the time. That's all I care about. Anyway, I like that movie because Edge of Tomorrow. That's what it was. Edge
of Tomorrow. Yeah.
Because his character keeps getting killed over and over again.
Right?
Edge of Tomorrow. That's either on Netflix or Amazon. I have both of those. It's on one.
Probably
Yeah,
Amazon.
I like that
don't
one
know.
because he keeps getting mushed
I
over and over.
think I made it through about 5 or 10 minutes of that one.
And he was pretty good in what was the oh crap, what was the movie that Ben Stiller and or Robert Downey Jr. did it in blackface?
Tropical Thunder?
Tropical Thunder. I didn't realize that was him until the end of the movie.
I didn't even
all
see
that
that
makeup.
movie. I've only seen clips of it. And still,
Ain't that the one with Larry the Cable Guy and Jeff or not?
I don't know, but it's got Adam Sandler, one of those guys I can't stand it. That's why I haven't seen it.
Oh, there you go. God, you and me have such different tastes in actors.
Suzanne wants to know: do you cover Indiana Jones stuff? No, that's the captain, I think. The prettiest woman ever, IMO, in her opinion, was Adrian Barbeau. I like the spelling. I like they spelled it right. And Annette Funicello.
Yeah, but Annette Funicello was mostly 60s. But yeah, she was. She was cute.
Wasn't she the dark-haired chick?
Yeah, when it comes to the 60s, you got the two Barbaras, Barbara Peld and Barbara Eden. That was the hot ones of the 60s.
Was Annette Funicello the blonde in Grease or the dark-haired chick?
No, Annette Funicello was not in Grease. She was in the Beach Blanket Bingo movies with Annette.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, she was
right, brunette with the Mary Tyler Moore haircut.
She had that 50s body in the 60s movie.
Right. She started with the Mickey Mouse Club.
Yep.
Mickey Mouse. Mickey Mouse.
Unfortunately, it was obscure.
You know who else started out on the Disney Club? Like some of these pop singers from the 90s or some shit.
Oh, yeah. Like, didn't Britney Spears start out on that, too?
Yep. And who's the other one?
Another Britney Spears clone.
Yeah, there was another one, though, too, that was in the Mickey Club. Taylor Swift wasn't she?
Oh, God, I can't stand her. Papa probably likes her, but I can't stand her.
No, I don't know what that is.
You don't like Taylor? You don't like Taylor Swift?
No, I don't even know what that is.
You'd love her politics.
No thanks.
You'd like her body, at least.
No thanks.
No, you wouldn't. Taylor Swift's kind of skinny.
Well,
No
yeah,
thanks.
I mean,
No.
you know,
If
if you like your woman to look like a pincushion, that's fine.
No thanks.
I think you're talking about Christina Aguilera.
Aguilera, yes, that's the one. Thank you.
Sorry, man. Didn't mean to stop the conversation.
No. You stepped in when we need clarification. That's all.
No,
See,
because
it's
all these names you guys are mentioning are all brainless idiots, and that are all they're into is putting on cakes and cakes of makeup and looking popular on TikTok. I'm not into any of that at all. I go for intellectual people with their minds on more other things than how do I look? How do I look? I can't do that. Sorry,
you look like a beach bimbo.
I'm tired of it.
Go put yourself in a life-size Barbie package, and we might sell you. How about that?
No, I don't like vanity, conceit, big ego, lots of makeup. Look at me, look at me, look at me. No.
Right, because they
Got
get
a whole life of that.
Yes. I mean, why can't they all be like Macaulay Culkin, get famous at a young age, become heroin addicts, and then try to redeem themselves later? I mean,
no, there's not one single actress that performs right now I can tell you that I like. Not one. They're all like Scarlett Johansson. They're hired for their looks. They don't even have to do screen tests anymore. They have no range.
Pop, is that the chick that did the iCarly show?
I don't know. I thought iCarly is a parade.
No, it was
Isn't
an actual
iCarly somebody
show.
fat?
No, iCarly was an actual show that they had.
I'm thinking there used to be a talk show host, Carly something, and she was big and fat.
Okay, we got our wires crossed there. No, there was actually a show called iCarly.
Oh, I don't know. I stopped watching TV in the 90s, late 90s, mid.
Well, yeah, so did I. That's
whenever
why
show was
knowledge
shaky cam, whenever show was shaky cam, I was out.
Oh, shaky cam, yeah. See, I stopped watching reality TV during the first season of Big Brother. So
I never got into reality TV. I didn't like it.
I said, "Fuck it."
I did, but I'll tell you this though: I was going to apply for the original Big Brother. I remember when they advertised it, and I tried to get my buddy in Oregon to do it. He chickened out. Otherwise, I was going to do it. I was going to sign up for the first season.
Get this in the early 70s, I got called by the dating game.
Oh, did you? Why didn't you go? What happened with that?
Are you kidding? Bachelor number one works at a gas station part-time for $1.50 an hour.
Wait,
Instead of
who
going to
hosted
school
that?
when he should, he goes to the beach.
Who hosted that? Chuck Woolery?
No,
Something
I
like
can't
that.
remember the guy's name. But that was no Chuck Woolery was doing Wheel of Fortune at the time.
Oh, okay, that's right.
But I can't
Before
remember
Pat
the name.
Sajak ever did. Oh.
Yes, he was doing the daytime version, and I preferred him over Pat Sajak. I never liked.
Oh,
Pat
I did
Sajak.
too. I saw the old shows. He's way better than Pat Sajak.
Way better. Pat Sajak sucked.
Pat Sajak
Oh,
was
there
there.
he goes again. Oh,
Well,
my
no,
God,
Pat Sajak was there as a mouthpiece to fucking suck Vanna's butt.
Oh,
cheek.
my
That's all he was.
goodness.
I think what they
Oh.
did is they just got an uglier, boring host to make Dana White stick out more.
Blasphemers.
Vanna
Blasphemers.
That's right.
What's that?
Blasphemers.
You like Pat Sajak?
What's
That
the
was
matter,
a
Boomer?
right-thinking man.
You're Pat
A
Sajak.
right-thinking man. The guy barely came up to my kneecaps. What the fuck's the right?
No, a right-thinking man. There she
Who's
is.
that?
There's my honey. That's
Okay.
ScarJo.
Okay.
Who is it? Who is that?
I'll
That's
take Betty.
ScarJo.
I'll take Betty Davis any day.
Ah!
Yeah,
Ah!
definitely. I'll take Betty Davis over that anyway.
I like
Oh,
acting. Sorry,
God.
I like acting and intelligence.
You guys, your taste is all in your feet. I swear.
No, my taste is on my tongue and on the end of my penis. Thank you very much.
Right. No, I like when
APCC.
Hollywood used to demand that they knew how to act, where they had to actually take screen tests, where they weren't hired from a picture that somebody saw in a magazine. I miss those days.
Well,
Nobody
under the
can act in
studio
Hollywood
system-
anymore.
Under the studio system, they kept control of the actors. Was
Yes,
that
most
right?
of them did. They run a contract.
I'll read this out when you guys are ready. Suzanne in the chat says, in Canada, we have some superstar the world loves, but damn, I can't stand the woman or her music. Her voice makes my skin crawl. Celine Dion.
I can't stand her either. What was it? I never even heard of her until Titanic, and then that's all you hear, and all you hear, and all you hear. So I don't want
Oh
to
yeah, the
hear that
Titanic theme.
terrible voice ever again.
Oh my gosh.
That
I
stupid
remember
song and oh man,
I was
Wait
with
there,
my
boy.
first daughter's
I have a Canadian actress that I
going to that
really,
movie.
really like.
Oh my god. And to this day, I've got Titanic on like 3 different VHS sets,
Oh,
2 DVD
that.
sets. Yeah, just because. Yeah, fuck.
The few
Celine.
times I was forced to watch it, I fast forward to it hits the iceberg. The whole first part of the movie is crap.
Let's get to the good part. Where did I sink?
No, it's just that James Cameron's not a guy. He can do action and special effects, but he's not a good writer when it comes to.
Really? What about
relationships.
Aliens? The second Alien movie.
No, I said when it comes to relationships.
Oh,
That's why the whole first part of that movie sucked. He can do
That's a
action.
Canadian
He's not a
actress that
special
I
effects.
really
You-
like.
Will you draw me like one of your French girls?
There you go. There you go. One of Canada's finest.
Who's that?
Really? That's all I got
Kristen
to
Lehman.
offer?
The
I seen-
most recent thing I saw her in was that
That looks just like the last picture
Altered
you showed
Carbon.
us. Isn't it? That looks like the last picture you showed us. Isn't that the same person or no?
no, the last picture I showed you was Scarlett Johansson.
Right. And who's this?
Kristen Lehman. She's a Canadian. She was
They look
last
the
in
same. I guess I
Altered
need to
Carbon.
big you. They look almost
You
like.
know,
I guess you
Boomer-
like blonde type. I'm guessing.
Yeah, Boomer,
well,
that's what
yeah.
you get for living in Washington or Oregon or wherever the fuck you are. You're basically Canadian. You're more Canadian than I am living in Michigan. Come on.
Hey, PCC, I got the perfect woman for you. Hedy Lamarr.
I'll take it
Oh,
tomorrow.
geez. Rita Hayworth, too.
You see the stuff she invented? Hedy Lamarr.
Rita Hayworth, actually, wait, no, what's Rita
Yeah,
Moreno?
Hedy
Never mind.
Lamar.
I'm thinking of
Rita
a different
Moreno.
Rita.
Rita Moreno.
Yeah, I was thinking of Rita Moreno when he said that. That's like that hot nun that played on the HBO series Oz.
Well, she looked pretty good in West Side Story.
Fucking right.
But, oh,
How about
yeah.
Jay
Hedy
Jay
Lamar.
Mansfield? Huh? You want something to go for?
Hedy Lamarr invented frequency hopping spectrum,
Yeah,
spread spectrum,
yeah.
Wi-Fi,
What?
GPS.
Yep. She was a brain. She was a brain. I got a book on all that aspect of her life. Hang on, I'll go try and find the book so I can.
Oh, Suzanne cannot stand Elton John. That's funny.
God, he looks like an old lady now. I saw a picture of him hosting a party.
He looked like an old lady back in the 80s.
Yeah, like a woman. I mean, he looks, I don't know.
I mean, don't get me wrong. He can look however the fuck he wants to look.
Well, he has some good songs, but he looks
Yeah,
funny.
he does. Yeah. He just looks weird. But hey, that's him. So hey, do you, Elton?
Give him credit for still being around.
Exactly.
Still popular. He still sells out.
I mean, hey, he outlived Freddie Mercury. So what? Too soon?
You ever seen Epic Rap Battles of History? Freddie Mercury versus Frank Sinatra.
Yes,
Oh,
that's awesome.
so funny.
It's funny as fuck. It's awesome.
Oh,
Now,
those
are
guys geniuses.
those two actually met, or are you talking about somebody compiled video clips or what?
No, there's these two actors that portray the different people
I see.
doing
so
epic rap
One
battles.
plays Freddie Mercury, the other one plays Elton John, and they
Yeah.
like literally rap and lyric battle each other. And it's
Yep. There's all kind. There's Bruce Lee versus
Jackie
Clint
Chan.
Eastwood. Yeah.
Yeah, Bruce Lee versus Jackie Chan was one. Yeah, there's just a whole bunch of like, obviously people that would never be able to meet because one would be deceased and the other ain't. But still, it is funny because they actually dress like them. They get into roles of.
What was the Oppenheimer versus somebody? That was really good.
Oppenheimer versus
They had
Heisenberg. Wasn't it? No, we're talking nuclear shit here. Okay. Oppenheimer versus Einstein versus.
Oh, Einstein was somebody. Einstein was Hawking's.
Oh yeah, Hawking's and Einstein. Yes.
And Captain Kirk and Columbus.
Yes.
That was a good one.
It's basically like celebrity deathmatch for nerds.
Yeah.
But it's with lyrics and not gore.
I'll be mad when I remember it. Thanos versus Oppenheimer. Yeah.
Thanos. Well, that's like a Marvel or a DC character?
Yeah. This Hitler versus Darth Vader one was good. That was really funny.
Hitler, I am your mom.
Yeah.
Oh shit! I love it when nobody knows what the fuck we're talking about. Yeah.
You get hooked on one of those. Abe Lincoln versus Chuck Norris, and then you start watching them, and oh my God.
Chuck Norris is like the guy that can be defeated, and here comes old Abe.
Yeah.
20 years ago, I beat the living tar out of you, sonny.
Yeah, there's a lot of great ones.
I'm not sure that's the exact word, but yeah, just picture old Abe walking up to Chuck Norris, looking down at him like a little.
There was one that was Steven Spielberg versus Alfred Hitchcock, and then
didn't Stanley Kubrick?
Stanley Kubrick rolled in.
Yes.
And then Michael Mann rolled
Michael
in.
Mann.
Yep. Then all of them were talking about art, and he was talking about making money.
Yeah, he's like, "Fuck you, I want to get rich." But you're dead. You sold Star Wars, you son of a bitch.
Okay, let's see here.
Chuck Norris is a god. Agreed.
That's right.
Of what? The underworld? I'll take Jet Li and Jackie Chan over Chuck Norris any day.
Oh, Bruce Lee's number one. They can't even come close.
Bruce Lee's definitely number one. Yes.
HURK, if you don't have it.
It's too bad his son Brandon Lee had to die
there you
making a Batman movie.
Yeah.
Eddie's Folly by Richard Rhodes.
Yeah.
Yeah, that sucked. He was so young.
Eddie's
Talks
Folly.
about that aspect.
Wow.
Yep.
I like
Eddie's Folly.
Talks about that aspect of her life.
Yeah. Very cool.
Nice, Boomer. Nice.
I have to rebuild my. This is interesting.
Wild Bill
Biography of
Donovan.
Wild Bill Donovan.
I know who that is.
Does that? Oh, it says that is a precursor to the CIA.
Yeah, he's the
OSS stands for Operations Special Services.
Office of
Special Services.
Yep.
He was unfortunately on the outs with Truman, so Hoover got the FBI. He wanted the FBI.
Yeah, and then Hoover fucking ganked it up his butthole for the next 30 years.
So they could do a Hollywood movie on that guy, not lie one bit, not exaggerate a single thing.
Yeah.
They totally could. They totally could.
Yep.
They could fuck it up just like they
Like
did with JFK.
Audie Murphy, just like Audie Murphy.
Here's another one. This
Cochran.
is the guy.
All
this is
about
the guy
the what
that-
drive. Oh, wrong
No.
Cochran.
This is the guy that Hornblower
Yeah.
and
Horatio
Master Commander, what's
Hornblower?
that guy's name? Those two characters, basically, that they were based on this real life guy. Cochran.
Really?
Yeah.
See,
He
we've
was
heard
the
of Horatio.
inspiration for Hornblower, and what's the name of his character in Master Commander?
Amistad?
No.
Oh,
Master
movie.
Commander, the movie.
Russell Crowe's character. I don't
Yeah, his
remember.
character.
I was watching it a few weeks ago. I haven't gotten to the whole movie yet.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's on Netflix right now, I believe.
Yeah.
Oh, it
His
doesn't matter. I
character
see on the
and-
high
and
seas. I don't
Hornblower
bother paying. I don't
were
pay for
based on this
streaming.
guy. Got a bunch of good biographies. I got a whole bunch on Lawrence. I got one on Sir Richard Francis Burton. A bunch of other biographies. A whole
Oh,
bunch of favorites.
Suzanne wants to know who was the guy that talked to the little mouse Benny? Old black and white.
Me, damn.
Old black and white movie. Who's the guy that talked to the little mouse?
Wait, are you talking about the movie Ben? The
Topo
sequel to
Gigio.
Willard?
No, farther back than that.
Oh, Topo Gigio. Senior Wencev.
Ed Sullivan show?
Senior Wencev.
Yeah.
Yeah, with Senior Wencev and Topo Gigio.
Papa Jojo.
Topo
We might be
Gigio.
talking about something different, though.
Yeah, I thought
Oh,
we
we're
were.
not talking about that?
At least I don't think we are. Because I don't know what we're talking about. I mean, Suzanne asked a question. I thought you guys had the answer.
No, it wasn't
Benny.
Jack. You remember there was Jack Benny and he played a mouse?
Yes, Jack Benny. He had a radio.
Oh,
Back in the book.
that's right. What mouse did Jack Benny?
Rochester.
My grandpa
Sounds
actually has home. Well, my grandpa had home recordings. They're in the family archives in a safety deposit box. But
Yeah,
my grandpa has home recordings of him playing his guitar, with which was a 1942 Harman Classic guitar, with dragons painted out that my uncle, rest his soul, he's dead now, painted on it. But yeah, they played with Jack Benny and all that shit.
Yeah, Jack Benny, his shtick was that he was a tightwad.
But
Yeah.
he wasn't. He wasn't.
Yeah.
He was the opposite.
Right.
Now, the movie is called The Mouse That Jack Built. Where
Okay.
he all three of them, Jack Benny, Mrs. Benny, Mary Livingston, Rochester, and Don Wilson, his announcer, all voiced mice in that movie.
Yes, Rochester. Thank you, says Suzanne.
What's
And-
Captain Infinity saying?
Yeah, he says he tends to remove low-performing videos, much like Rotten Tomatoes. Even though they don't perform lowly, it's just their money that they get paid to say it does or not.
Right, depending on how much pay, the higher your rating gets. Or we've all known for many years.
Exactly. See, it goes with the captain's whole slogan: "Fuck you, pay me."
Oh,
You're welcome. You're welcome. I gave it to you, Cap. Just like,
All right, back it up. So he's not happy that what's his face is getting all the attention now. And now they're out of blood. They have no blood. They have no whole blood to combat the infection. Oh no.
You can. It's no blood. I need to suck your blood.
First, we have to go down below to get some more blood because we don't have it up here in the infirmary.
You got to go down to get the blood because, hey.
Okay. So, what are we going to do now?
You don't want to know my answer.
So, in the meanwhile, Jimmy's stuck down behind the engine blowers or whatever he's stuck down behind. Advises him that the monster has just wandered into the reactor room while still lugging Gino. Poor Gino. The guy's dead, unless he's not dead, which would be even more horrible.
I thought you said genome, which is like a DNA charting sequence.
No. Gino, Bob's brother.
Okay.
The second guy to get dead. Anyway, monster goes into the reactor room, so he closes the hatch on the reactor room. So they could sneak down to get the blood. They take off their boots so they don't make noise.
You know what that looks like? It looks like a big set of suckers hooked up to a big space cow tit.
What? Where?
Right there.
The guy's on the stairs.
Yeah, the silver things hooked up to the flesh color.
What, those?
Thing. Yes. Big old space tit suckers.
Well, that's Jimmy's acetylene tank right there. and that's the atmospheric blower or whatever that Jimmy's hiding behind.
Yeah, I know.
It's just faceplate.
If you look at it like I am, it looks like space titty suckers.
What? Okay.
Well, it does. Never mind. I'll explain it later. I'll EFAP this later.
Don't EFAP me, please. Oh, I don't think I record, so I'm using the cheap version. Before I forget, speaking of George R.R. Martin, Captain Finnedy's favorite author, the original movie version of Night Flyers I have, and I enjoyed it.
You have the original?
The original version of Night Flyers.
Do you know there's a Netflix series called Night
Yeah,
Flyers?
yeah, I know, and I enjoyed the original a lot better than the Netflix series.
Wait a minute, are you talking about the movie with the vampire movie?
Yeah, there is a movie too.
No. Night Flyers, it's kind of a spaceship AI type of.
Yep, spaceship.
Oh,
They're
okay,
out in space. Yes,
Yeah.
which is what the Netflix series.
What
is.
year approximately?
Michael Praed was in it. You know, Robin Hood from TV.
What year approximately was this Night Flyers?
Would have been in the 70s. I've got a copy of it. I plan on running it.
Favorite train controller? You mean?
What? Who is?
What? I don't know. Captain said it.
Who's the favorite train controller?
Mr. Conductor. Or Fat Bastard, depending on if you're from the UK or the US.
Oh, that guy. Okay, never mind.
Did you say the Night Flyers had Michael Creed?
Praed, Praed. He played Robin Hood on one of those TV later.
Well,
TV
because
versions
I
of
see
Robin
Night
Hood.
Flyers here. I see Night Flyers. It's 87. Creed,
Maybe that was
CRED.
it.
No, PRAED. Michael Praed. That's it.
Yeah, that's the one. Yeah, I've got that. I can run that some night too.
I try not.
Oh, it's writers George R.R. Martin. Oh, I see what you're
Yeah.
getting at.
George R.R. Martin. No, Captain, I try not to.
Guys, I'm dropping out. I got to be up for work in 6 hours. So.
Have a great night. Thank you for joining us.
Yep, we'll
Fun
see
to
you.
See ya.
Catch you Saturday night.
Yeah. Take care, Herc.
See you.
Take care, Herc.
Herc needs to come on my panel soon.
Herc has a day job, so.
I know.
Not a night job.
He goes on your panel. Yeah, he goes on your panel, but he doesn't go on mine. And I need to get him on my panel.
I know. What the hell's up with that? You know, that's the first time I've ever seen Herc on a panel. So there's that.
Herc doesn't do panels a whole bunch. You should watch his You should watch his. Have you watched his?
I'm genuinely curious. What makes Boomer so special? That HURK graces us with his presence.
Yeah, did I sleep with the wrong person or what?
What?
Are we not real to HURK? I mean, what the fuck? What are you doing, HURK, to make or Boomer to make?
I did my first panel on Midnight to Midnight.
Midnight to Midnight. What? Cardinal Sin?
You betcha. He's the first guy that gave me a break.
I'm not going to his channel. That guy's a creep.
He's a fucking dolt.
He's an asshole. He's a backstabber. He's an idiot. He's a coward.
Not on this channel. Come on. You don't want us doing that on your channel. Let's not do it on my channel, okay?
All right, fair enough. Fair enough.
People, we don't like certain people.
No, because he personally did stuff to me that was uncalled for, so I've got grounds to.
Yeah, and I have to say, the first time I ever went into his chat, he said, "Fuck you, sci-fi, you're banned." I think.
What?
I didn't even know the guy. Doomcock sent him after me, and he spent days saying all these horrible things about me on Twitter, and all I kept saying was, "Who are you? I don't even know you."
Oh, well, Doom Dick didn't say nothing about me. I just went over there and he's like, "Oh, you're that Wi-Fi guy I've been hearing about."
No, Doomcock sent Cardinal Sin after me, or Cardinal Sin took it upon himself. I don't know.
Oh, shit.
I'm like, "Who are you? I don't even know you."
I only went to Doom Dick's once, and that was because Bird of Prey asked me to. Well, not really, but I did. And Doom Dick read it out, and Bird was actually.
You know what, guys? You're not respecting me or my channel or my requests for your own personal things. This stream's done. Bye.